The history of football is written with sideline showdowns. And the newest face in the UFL picks up the pen.
The youngest head coach in professional football, Peyton Pardee.
In a clash with the architect of a spring football dynasty.
It is hard to win 3 in a row in any league, and that's what Skip Holtz and his Stallions are doing.
For San Antonio, an innovative new era is taking shape.
Let's go! Let's go!
And the look on the face of Coach Pardee says it all.
While Birmingham looks to prove that greatness never gets old.
Go win this damn thing right here!
Touchdown, just like that.
The future
Welcome to the new San Antonio Brahmas!
meets the standard.
Let's go loose, slow, 43. Let's go now. Yes!
The Brahmas and the Stallions.
Welcome to the show, boy.
Next on Fox.
We welcome you to the championship city of Birmingham, Alabama, where the 3-time spring champion Birmingham Stallions are home to take on the San Antonio Brahmas. Looking for win number 2 on the season as the Stallions try to get back on track after a loss last week. Birmingham in an unfamiliar position, not in first place in the conference. They trail the USFL leader, Michigan, by a half game. Meanwhile, San Antonio trying to jump back into the race in the XFL conference, currently at 1-4. Alongside Joel Klatt with Devin Gardner on the field, I'm Kevin Kugler. Joel, some new quarterback faces, relatively speaking, for these two teams.
Yeah, and let's go with San Antonio first, because Kevin Hogan, he's going to be looked at to bring some stability to this San Antonio Brahmas team right now. They've had a lot of change-up at coach, coordinator, and now you get the veteran making his first start. Remember playing him, covering his games at Stanford, a 5th-round draft pick. His maturity is going to be paramount here today on the road. Now, for Case Cookus in Birmingham, he's going to make his second start. His first start didn't go great. They lost the game. He was only 15 of 33. However, he did scramble for 83 yards, and he led them on a 2-minute drive to tie the game at the end and send it into overtime. I think that rhythm and confidence that he gained late in the game could spill over here early in this one. I'm expecting Cookus to have a good day.
The Birmingham Stallions are ready to go, but the San Antonio Brahmas have thoughts of a second win on their mind. Kickoff between the Stallions and Brahmas is next on Fox. Back in Birmingham as we get set for kickoff between San Antonio and these Birmingham Stallions. And on the field, Devin Gardner is with the head coach of the Stallions, Skip Holtz.
Coach, you're fairly new quarterback. Case Cookus got his first start a week ago.
Yep.
You looked at the film. There was a lot of good, but there were some areas for improvement. What steps did you see him take, and what's your overall thoughts on the quarterback situation?
Well, I mean, just reps. He just needs reps. He just hadn't had a lot of reps, and if he can get a lot of reps, like you said, he's doing some really good things in the offense. I just got to get him comfortable in the offense, and he's going to start it today, but Andrew Peasley will play. We're going to see him a little bit today. I want to see what he can do. What I have learned is that you can't take for granted that a quarterback's going to stay healthy, and I got to get them both ready to play.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
I appreciate it. I want to know where I can get a green suit like that for more. Yeah, where do I
you know what? I don't wear anything twice, so you're getting this one right after. The shoes can go with you, too. Thanks, Coach.
I love that guy. There's Peyton Pardee on the other side, Kev. Brahmas interim head coach, 1-1 record. Only 28 years old. My goodness, his quarterback is 4 years older than him today.
Kevin Hogan will be that quarterback in the kickoff, fielded at the 2-yard line, and looking for a little room is Jay Sean Corbin, and there isn't much there, just across the 10-yard line. And so Kevin Hogan making his first football start since October 15 of 2017. He was with the Cleveland Browns. They played the Houston Texans. That's his only NFL start in those 3 seasons in the league. He threw 1 touchdown and 3 picks in a 33-17 loss.
You know, I'm not just saying this because he's older. But there are times, in particular with a season like San Antonio is having. Wade Phillips was their coach. He stepped away. A.J. Smith was their offensive coordinator. He stepped away. Peyton Pardee, he was a wide receiver coach. Then he became the coordinator. Now he's the head coach. Sometimes you just need a mature football adult. And right now they're asking the old quarterback to be the football adult in the room.
And from the 13-yard line, going to work, floats it down the sideline, got a man open, it's Justin Smith. Smith tripped up inside the 35. They needed the adult in the room, and the adult provides a giant play. Justin Smith with a big Brahmas first down.
I really love what Justin Smith does over here. Watch him. He's on the outside, and he's going to run this route, and then immediately as the quarterback leaves the pocket, Hogan, he breaks his route back to that sideline, and he takes off deep. Beautiful execution of the scramble drill, and a big completion for Hogan.
A 58-yard gain, and up the middle for McFarland, picks up a couple near the 28-yard line.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Watch Justin Smith. So he's on an in-breaking route. The quarterback leaves the pocket. He's the deepest receiver to that side, so he goes deep. That's his rule. It's executed perfectly, and he's wide open. Hogan's eyes then go immediately down the field as he leaves the pocket, and he delivers a strike. Beautiful ball rolling to his left for the first snap of the game, the first completion of the game. How about Hogan? First start since 17, and he's like, okay, now it's a party.
Second down and 8 at the 29. Hogan in a clean pocket into traffic, and that ball almost intercepted. Is it picked, or did he hang on for the catch? It is a tie-up in there. Gilmore has the football in his hands with Marquez Stevenson, the receiver, and they'll call it a catch.
Yeah, you're just going to get a curl right here on the right side. And again, for a quarterback, timing is so important. And that ball comes out right at the break. I wanted to see more from Marquez Stevenson and the urgency to get back to that football. Let's go back to that throw, because this is what I'm talking about, Kev, is watch Stevenson as he comes out of his break, and he's a bit slow, and Hogan delivered that on time, but you see how Stevenson was slow out of his break. He needs to be charging back to that ball and being aggressive with urgency. That's what allowed the defender to get in there and make that a play.
Boy, Stephen Gilmore had a pretty good argument for having that ball in his hands first, and then Stevenson taking it away on the ground. No challenge, a catch, and it's 2nd and 6. Hogan over the middle, and Hogan fitting it into a tight window again, and he finds Stevenson a yard short of a Brahmas first down.
You know, this is what San Antonio is going to run into, though, is that this Birmingham defense is the best defense in the UFL in the red zone. When it comes to giving up touchdowns, they're only giving up touchdowns on 29% of these red zone possessions. This is what has really allowed them to stay in it. Their offense has not been Birmingham-esque, but the defense has been sensational. #1 red zone defense in the league.
And we've got flags down and moving early, so it's going to be a huge penalty. Takes the Brahmas from a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 6.
Greg Island.
False start, number 55. Offense, 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Right guard got started a little bit early, but it looked to me like maybe Sam Tecklenburg snapped it just a touch late. And that's what caused everybody to move, or at least the appearance that he was moving a little bit early.
Continuing problem for the Brahmas. Penalties. The most penalized team in the UFL this season.
You can't make those mistakes against this defense in the red zone. They're too good.
Hey, let's go, let's go, flip blue. Hey, no, red.
So now he's going to slide the protection right. Red is right.
Ready, go.
Pressure, Hogan in trouble, down he goes. Pressure from the edge from Ronnie Perkins.
Well, you heard the red call, so he wants the center to come back this way, and he wants the back to go that way. Why? Because he's getting all this pressure from that side, but still the back is unable to protect. Hogan goes down, and again, Birmingham is able to hold in the red zone and force a kicking situation. This defense is so good. As soon as they shoot themselves in the foot with that false start, you get behind the chains, and now the pass rush can show up. That's actually the first sack in the last 3 games for Birmingham. They finally get to the quarterback.
Tristan Vizcaino on for a 41-yard field goal try. Good snap and hold, but Vizcaino's kick is wide to the right, and the Brahmas come up empty on their opening drive. Such a promising start, but it's the Birmingham defense that stands tall once more. Kevin Hogan sacked on 3rd down. The missed field goal keeps us scoreless in Birmingham. Today's a special day for those in the know. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. We've got our Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mike Pereira, waiting in the wings. Joel Klatt, the veteran Jedi of the group, and our young Padawan Devin Gardner on the sideline. I'm Kevin Kugler. One of the nerdiest returns in the history of professional football.
I loved it. I loved it. My boys would be loving it as well. I just wondered if it's some sort of like, if there's a force happening down here today, because I didn't realize Devin Gardner was going to go full Spartan green today. I mean, the Wolverine going Spartan green, that's wild.
I think of it more as a Yoda color. He is big into the Jedi Master Yoda. As Case Cookus gets things going.
I think he was making a Michigan State statement for me. But there's Case Cookus, 15-33 in his first start. And listen, Cookus is not going to be your traditional Birmingham quarterback that's going to look to run, although in scrambles last week he did run for 83 yards, so showed a willingness and a lot of success in that area.
The swing to Davian Davis, and Davis out of bounds short of the first down. On 3rd down, the pride of East Lansing, Michigan, Devin Gardner on the sidelines. Devin, any comment?
Well, that's not true, firstly. And secondly, I thought it was going to rain. So I said, what better color to wear when I'm going to get my suit ruined? But it didn't rain, so my bad.
It's a good try. That's a good try. You do look good.
Cook is going up top, down the sideline, and just overshot Deon Kane, who had about a half step, but it's 4th and 4, and Birmingham will punt it away.
You know, they're trying to get the ball down the field, and Kane has been the guy, the go-to guy when they're trying to do that. And this is just good coverage from Bo Pete Keys, and a ball that's just out of the reach for Deon Kane. Probably gets a step when you look at it again, and that's a ball that Cookus is going to want back.
Bo Pete Keys back in the lineup and back starting again this week for the Brahmas. They're happy to have the former 7th-round pick of the Chiefs back out there to start. 4th and 4 as Colby Wadman will punt it away. Brahmas with Stevenson deep at the 11. Across the 15, and Stevenson down to the 20-yard line, where San Antonio will go to work with Kevin Hogan and company. Trotting back on the field. A promising drive on their first possession, but they could not cash in. Can they find the end zone? We'll find out next. Today's game is sponsored by Progressive. Progressive protects your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and RV, and could save you money. And by Dr. Pepper. Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar today.
Welcome back to Birmingham. Let's get to the players to watch here as we saw San Antonio go right down the field on their first series. These are the tackles for San Antonio. Willie Tyler, Derek Kelly, and they're going to be matched up with a couple of guys that really need to put pressure on Kevin Hogan. Bradley and Ronnie Perkins, and we've already seen Ronnie Perkins come up with a big sack in the red zone in the last series. Certainly a matchup to be watching all day long.
Hogan will start out in the air to Henry. Sean Henry picks up 3. Bradley Anai, former 5th-round pick, 3rd in the UFL in sacks this year, entering this week. He has been a force to reckon with for these Birmingham Stallions.
Yeah, it's his energy. You know, at 6'3" and 260 pounds, I've loved his repertoire of pass rushing moves, but he's been good in the run game as well. He gets pressure. It's not just, you know, what I would call garbage time numbers. He's putting pressure on the quarterback all the time. 19 pressures, actually, to go with those 4 sacks.
2nd and 7, back to the air, and a short arm throw in the direction of Justin Smith brings up 3rd and 7.
I tell you, the aggressiveness of this Birmingham team early in this game is palpable. A lot of man coverage already. We're seeing that they're trying to get after Kevin Hogan, show him different looks. This is the best defense in the league. 1st in scoring, 1st in rushing. One of the things that they've struggled with is defending the pass, but today they're playing more aggressive. Again, man coverage and pressure in the face of Hogan.
On 3rd and 7, 4-man rush. But they still get to Hogan. He's able to get away. Hogan up the middle, stopped after a gain of 2. That pressure evident with just a 4-man rush.
Gates is able to get the sack here, or excuse me, the tackle here, but watch Bradley and I coming from that right side. So he's even going to get a chip, and he's able to spin back, and he's really the one that was forcing Hogan to get back into the interior, and he's got to exit right there because of the pressure on the outside after he had some defensive tackle pressure. And then DeMarcus Gates cleans it up, tackles him short of the line to gain. They got to put it away.
Brad Wing, second in the UFL, averaging nearly 50 yards per punt. Boom this one downfield. Near the sideline. Looking for a little space is Davion Davis, and he finds some. Davis across midfield, and Davis tripped up as he gets across the 40-yard line by Bo Pete Keys. Outstanding return for Davion Davis, and the Stallions in business on the Brahmas side of midfield.
That's exactly what an offense that really has struggled all year needs, is a bit of a jump start, and they're going to get it with field position. Beautiful return. And look at those guys doing a great job in front of him of not blocking in the back. They're all making sure that they're avoiding that penalty, and it's a terrific return from Davion Davis as he takes it back to the middle of the field and then over to the left side. Punter tries to tackle. It's always kind of more of an act from the punter. They're like, oh, please go down. And then, you know, it just kind of rolls around.
A 35-yard return and no gain on 1st down. The Punters Union of America is up in arms at Joel Klatt right now. A sternly worded letter is coming your way, sir.
Livid, livid. Yeah, join the party. Devin's writing his letter right now as well. There's Party and Hogan on the sideline, and they're looking at and talking about what I was just touching on in the previous series, which is the aggressive nature that Birmingham has come out in this game defensively. But now, offensively for the Stallions, they've got to turn this one into points, getting great field position off of that Davis return.
2nd and 10 with Rodgers in motion. The pass jumped with pressure in the face of Cookus. He wanted the tight end Marcus Ball, and there's a flag down, and Cookus is still down.
Fire the pass. Hey. Hold. Okay, we had a hold on the defense there. Okay. Got it. 5-yard penalty would be automatic 1st down. Yes. Good. Holding. Defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic. 1st down.
Case Cook is saying his knee isn't feeling great.
Well, he's getting the pressure over there from the left side, and I mean, he just goes down right away, and you can tell he was in pain right away. And that is something to pay attention to. We did hear from Skip Holtz that Andrew Peasley is going to get some time, and he's got the helmet on over there. Played his college ball at Wyoming.
He's able to move to his right, throws that one incomplete on 1st down and 10, looking for his tight end Jay Sternberger. Brings up 2nd down and 10, and a flag is down as well.
Yeah. Ineligible player downfield, number 65. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
That's Deontay Brown. And you get 3 yards in the UFL, so there's Deontay Brown. You can see he's way down there now. He's over that 3-yard mark. That's exactly when Cookus throws the football.
So now 1st and 15 for Birmingham. Cookus back to the air and close to the 32-yard line before being driven back. Good gain, and now 2nd down and workable. A manageable distance here for the Stallions.
Yeah, and they're going against the defense. You know, Skip Holtz, we talked about this at length last year. These are the 2 teams that met in the championship game last year. And Birmingham got after him in the 2nd half, won it 25-0, won their 3rd spring title in a row. But this defense for San Antonio was the best defense in the league last year. They are a shell of what they were a year ago.
2nd and 9. Setting up the screen. Good connection with Cade Johnson, and Johnson close to the first down. Let's listen into the play call from Skip Holtz.
Go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Laser in the odd. Laser in the. Laser in the odd. Laser in the odd. Laser in the odd. Laser in the
Rob, in the yard. Rob, in the yard. I want Rick. Hey, be tight. Be tight. No. Hey, attach. In the yard. Water. Omaha. Raise him.
3rd and 1. Person works his way up the middle. Oh, he got away from that penetration in the backfield, and he gets enough to move the chains. Now 1st down, and let Skip Holtz tell you what's coming up.
Here we go. Let's go. Big Ram. Here we go. Let's go. I tell you what. Let's go, Richie. Who's your odd slant? Richie, who's your odd slant?
Richie, who's your odd slant? I want Rick. What? We're good. Omaha. Race him.
It's Person again. Makes his way to the 21-yard line before he's pushed back. And now 2nd down play call from the head coach.
Okay. Here we go. Let's go Razor. Here we go. Let's go Razor. Let's go Seattle even. Razor. Seattle even.
Razor. Seattle even. I want Rick. Seattle. Here I go. Omaha. Race it.
2nd and 7. Person again. Nice cut. 1st down. Inside the 10. It's 1st and goal, Birmingham.
Well, first of all, San Antonio only had 10 on defense on this play. So they're going to be misaligned and they're going to be out of a gap. But watch the left side of that offensive line. Beautiful job over there. Armani Taylor-Prelu, the left tackle, pushing everything down. You've got Sternberger, the tight end, that turns out creates the hole. And a nice carry right there for Person getting inside the 10.
And picks up 12. 1st and goal, trying to cash this in. After the terrific return, it's Person once more. Ride the wave down to the 4-yard line. Skip Holtz, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Rose, Zach. Colts odd. What yard line we on?
We're on the 4.
All the way across. Get set. Omaha. Raise it.
On 2nd and goal, back to the ground again, and to the end zone, finds Ricky Person. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, and the Stallions' 2nd rushing touchdown this season. They've got the 6-0 lead.
Well, what worked earlier in this series will work again, and that's coming right over here over this left side of the offensive line. And watch the hole that opens up on the left side. Good hesitation from Person, and it freezes the linebacker, and then he's into the end zone. This has been a problem for Birmingham all year long, not only running the football with their running backs, but also punching it in the red zone. Their trips have largely gone unrewarded, and they've been last in the league in terms of red zone touchdown percentage. But here, they not only get it down there, but they're able to run the football right at this Brahmas defense to stick it in the end zone.
They'll go for 2. 3 for 9 this year on 2-point tries.
Omaha. Raise it.
And this play stops with movement.
False start, number 81. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Retry for 2 points.
Tight end Jordan Thomas moving early.
Thomas is such a threat down here because of his size. He's 6'5", 277 pounds. So as a quarterback, as a play caller, that's a matchup that you try to exploit. They were trying to do that there, but now they'll be backed up.
From the 10, still looking for 2 points. Pressure coming from the Brahmas, over the middle, dropped. He had Thomas at the goal line, would have been 2, but he couldn't pull it in. So the score holds at 6-0 Birmingham. They got the excellent return from Davion Davis to set him up on the Brahmas side of midfield, and then leaned on the run game. Ricky Person Jr. 6-0 start Birmingham. And now Above and Beyond, brought to you by Jersey Mike's, the race to the top of Playoff Mountain. Entering the week, the win totals at DC climbing the mountain fastest. The defenders hopping towards the summit on the top of Playoff Mountain. The Brahmas still trying to get traction up that hill.
Such a big win on Friday for St. Louis, you know, over the Renegades, and to try to keep pace with DC. And how about Michigan getting after DC this weekend? You know, so Bryce Perkins continues to play well there. For Birmingham here, 8 plays, 39 yards, 5:10 off the clock. Person, that 4-yard touchdown run. Quality series there, and overcame a couple of mistakes and penalties there in order to put it into the end zone. But a good start here for Birmingham at home.
Kick will go through the end zone for the touchback. Back down to the sideline at Devin Gardner.
Yeah, we spoke throughout this season about recapturing that attitude and the ability to run the football. You guys were able to run the football, get in the end zone, and as a tight end, you're very unique because in the pass or the run game, you help. Talk about that attitude you're capturing from those championship teams.
Just bring back the physical mentality. You know, it's not ideal that we have our third-string quarterback in right now, so we're trying to make it easy on Case. You know, I feel like as a quarterback, it would be easier if you're running for 7-8 yards a pop. And so as an offense, we have to do our part to make things easier on Case, because Case is a dog. He's going to come into his groove, and we just got to help him get to his groove. And so the best way to do that is run it down their throats. And so, you know, that's the game plan today. Just
get his groove back.
Help get his groove back, and let's get the running backs going.
Thanks.
Hogan to the air. Brahmas going the opposite route. They are throwing the ball, or at least calling passing plays on a 2-to-1 clip right now, Joel, versus putting the ball on the ground.
Well, you understand why, because this defense has been so good against the run. You talk with coaches, offensive coaches around the UFL, and they'll tell you that this front seven is just hard to block up front. Their front four is terrific. Ronnie Perkins, Bradley, and I, we've already talked about those guys. Kavai Tazino, he leads them in tackles. Number 31, the linebacker. You've got Russell, 30, in there at linebacker. They're the best team in the league against the run, so you got to throw the football.
2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, Hogan under pressure again, and down he goes at the 31-yard line. Myjay Sanders got there first and pushed him right into Perkins, who cleaned it up.
This is a terrific job of rushing the quarterback and just beating the tackle. Tackle sits, I think, way too shallow, and they do a great job of just running right past him. Myjay Sanders gets the pressure, and Hogan trying to step up, but good for Hogan that he protected the football as Sanders tried to swipe with his right hand at that football, but it didn't come out, but it leads to a long yardage 3rd down scenario.
And the 14th sack allowed by the Brahmas this year in now 6 games. 3rd and 13. Hogan wants the screen, and it's almost intercepted by Anai. Bradley Anai at 6'3", leaping in the air, and nearly came down with that screen pass.
He's just such an athletic player for his size out there at defensive end. You see the cliff, so he's a cliff jumper. He does all this other stuff, but watch the athleticism. He doesn't get the pass rush, but immediately leaves the turf, and he's up there and almost was able to get that one and bat it to himself. Look at him, he's trying to get back to that football, but just can't quite corral it. But a great defensive series there for the Stallions.
2nd straight 3-and-out forced by that Stallions defense. Brad Wing punting it away again, and this one will go out of bounds. No chance for a return for the Stallions. Up 6-0 late in this first quarter. Saturday, it's baseball night in America as Kyle Tucker leads the Cubs against Juan Soto of the Mets. Or the Giants take on Byron Buxton and the Twins. Check local listings for the game in your area Saturday, 7 Eastern on Fox. 7 seconds remaining in this opening quarter in Birmingham with the new quarterback Andrew Peasley in. His first appearance, he signed with the Stallions on April 9th of this year and getting his first action right now.
Here we go, here we go. Omaha, Omaha. Ready, set.
On first down, handoff, C.J. Marable twisted to the turf by Tavante Beckett, and that'll take us to the end of quarter number 1. The Birmingham Stallions looking to get back on track at home against the San Antonio Brahmas, and through 1, Birmingham up 6.
Get your game on. We coming strong. We in the zone. Woo! Let's go.
Birmingham has had a lot of success with different quarterbacks, starting with Jamar Smith, a 9-1 record in his first year. How about Alex Magoo, the USFL MVP in 2023, Adrian Martinez, the UFL MVP a year ago, Matt Corral, even with a 5-0 start in his career, Case Cookus, 0-1 this season as the starter, and now we get to see Andrew Peasley in his first appearance in the UFL. Peasley and Cookus, this was a planned thing. We knew Skip Holtz wanted to give Peasley some time today because he's told us, Joel, he needs to see what he can do.
Every one of these championship years and runs that Birmingham has had, they've had to play multiple quarterbacks to get there. And so Skip knows that he's going to need both of these guys. Good completion there on the left side to Sternberger.
His tight end involved. One of the things you look at when you look at Andrew Peasley is he's a little bit more in the mold of what Skip Holtz has had in years past. Look at those rushing yards. A mobile quarterback who can make plays with his feet.
Yeah, when he was at Wyoming, he averaged about 49 yards per game rushing if you take away the sacks, because you know the stupid college statistic, they take away your sack yardage and this and that. But if you just look at his designed runs and scrambles, they were about 50-50, and he's an athletic guy.
Down the sideline, nice throw, finds Deon Kane, and that's a first down. Outstanding play from Peasley.
I tell you what you don't often find is a guy that can just walk in cold and throw a beautiful back shoulder ball. Watch Peasley, he sees and reads the coverage, and he just goes back shoulder, throws it a little bit flatter, drives the football basically at the helmet of the wide receiver, and allows Deon Kane just to fall out of his route, go to his back shoulder. He's got to keep his feet in, which he does. Beautiful completion on the left side.
He was in Jets camp last year. In fact, lost the backup role, the third role, to Adrian Martinez. Last year's UFL MVP got the job with the Jets, and Peasley was cut after camp and getting an opportunity to play right now for Birmingham.
Well, listen, this is an advantageous time to be playing. And again, this is planned. So Peasley comes in for Case Cookus, who started well. He led them down the field and gets into the end zone. Now Peasley comes out, but remember now, this is a defense that's last in the league in scoring, last in total defense. They're last against the run. They're last on third down. You know, if I'm a quarterback, I'm like chomping at the bit. I'm like, hey, Skip, put me in, man.
2nd and 6, backside pressure, Peasley lost it. Ball is out and recovered by the Brahmas. He never saw that pressure, and the sack coughed up and recovered by Matt Godel.
You're never, as a quarterback, going to expect that a guy that should be accounted for by the offensive line is going to be free and hitting you in the back. You've got a free rusher. The offensive line has got to block that guy. They don't. It's a fumble, and San Antonio comes up with a huge play. Lonnie Phelps with the big hit. Welcome back to Birmingham. Stallions up 6-0. San Antonio, a huge defensive play. And I made a mistake. This was a screen pass. This is the last play after that sack. But watch, they're setting up a screen over on the left side. Now, let's take a look from behind the quarterback and see what the quarterback was seeing. And here's the deal. I thought, why in the world was this guy unblocked? Why? Because they're trying to throw a screen out there to the left. And it would have been blocked perfectly, as you saw in the original shot, except for the eyes of the quarterback, Peasley, are on the wrong side of the field. You could have seen Skip Holtz in the back of that shot as he's getting hit. He throws his arms up, and now he's trying to coach his quarterback. And remember, this is the first action that Peasley has had all season. He had yet to play a snap until that series. Something spooked him, and he's got his eyes on the wrong side of the field, but that is a quarterback error, not an offensive line error.
And on 1st down and 10, the Brahmas trying to cash in and nowhere to go up the middle. And once more, that defense, Chappelle Russell with the tackle for a loss. Can the Brahmas find points? No touchdowns, and we're coming up on 100 minutes of game time since they last saw the end zone.
Well, unless they start getting creative in their play calling, because the offensive line is giving them no chance right now.
2nd and 11, 4-man rush. The swing out of the backfield to Corbin, and a good positive play up the sidelines for Jay-Sean Corbin. Let's listen in.
Spread, Detroit. Spread, Detroit.
Be patient. Moon. Ready. Go. Hunt.
Down at 10 at the 47. Draw play. Corbin, a little bit of room, and Corbin down to the 41-yard line.
Let's go ace right, firm, blue check, outlaw, dragon. This is tight. Ace right, tight, firm, blue check, outlaw to the left, dragon to the right.
All right, ace right, firm.
So top of the number.
Blue check, outlaw, dragon. On one, ready?
These are all short passes, outlaw, dragon. These are 3-step quick passing game. You saw a draw right there. These are play calls from Peyton Pardee. They're trying to protect Kevin Hogan from this offensive line that's not giving him a lot of time. Get the ball out of his hands.
2nd and 5, out quickly to the sideline, almost intercepted, then almost caught on the deflection by Justin Smith. Stephen Gilmore had designs, though, on a pick 6 down that sideline.
You know, this is just so smart from Gilmore, because as Gilmore sees this route, he knows that they're also trying to throw the ball short. And look at him, he just sits on it and breaks on that throw right away. And Kevin Hogan looking for something. I'm not sure what, because that was as clean a defensive play as you can get. Should have probably gone the other way.
Purple. We're calling timeout.
3rd and 5, they're going to have to take a timeout. The play clock down to 3.
San Antonio, just called their first shot.
Kevin Hogan and interim head coach Peyton Pardee.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's hit him with a stutter. All right, what do you like? You want to hitch and go, slant and go?
Let's go. We could do the same thing. Outlaw dragon.
So let's go here then.
Outlaw dragon.
Yep. Who are you pumping?
But let's start outside. Let's not sell the. Let's do a hitch and go.
Okay.
So aloha dragon.
Okay. All right, we got ace left, firm, red check, aloha, pump, outlaw.
Devin
Ace
Gardner, what do you
left,
see?
firm, red check, aloha, pump, outlaw.
You can kind of see the change in philosophy. Quick passes, screens, draws to try to get the ball out quickly, because this defensive line is so imposing. Here, they want to go to a pump, right? A double move to try to fake one route and then get a route down the field. I do not know if he'll have enough time.
3rd and 5. Pocket holds, but the pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Even when they don't get there, Joel, that defensive line wreaks havoc for Birmingham.
Yep, right in the interior. Good push right in the face of Hogan. You can tell he pumps one side, but now he's going to just try to throw this little curl here. But you're going to have great pressure even in the double team. And that's Perion Winfrey from Oklahoma, 6'3", 290 pounds, working against a double team and still able to elevate and bat that ball away.
So the drought continues. The Brahmas well over 100 minutes of game time since they saw the end zone week 4 at DC in the 3rd quarter. And we've got flags down, and it's 4th and 10 now.
Snap infraction, number 46, kicking team. That penalty's declined. Still 4th down.
Now 4th and 5.
Yeah.
Coach Pardee and Kevin Hogan trying to find an answer to protect the quarterback a little bit here as this game moves forward. 4th and 5, wing to punt it away. Rodgers will let it go, and Wing able to down it inside the 5. Outstanding punt, good coverage, and the Stallions pinned deep in their own end near the 2-yard line. A 6-0 lead for Birmingham, and they've got to go a long way for more points after this outstanding punt and down by the Brahmas. Today's game is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
It's a one step and the ball's got to be out.
Yes, sir.
So
I was trying to slow the hitch over there. Just cheese. It was cheese to the hitch right there. So I was just turning and throwing.
We're not blocking the left end. You
Yes,
can't
sir.
hold the ball. You didn't throw it.
Yeah.
You held it. You're sitting there like this. And the left end's unblocked. The tackle's flashing and going to block for the screen. Throw the damn screen.
Yes, sir.
There's no, they're all off over here. Throw the screen.
Oh, this is what he was talking about. This was the last series, and he's talking about the left tackle as we diagnosed. The tackle is out, the guard is out, and as a quarterback, you got to know those details. And so that was Andrew Peasley, and now he's going to come back out of the ball game, and Case Cookus is going to go back in the ball game. He was today's starter. And again, this was planned, so this is not a yo-yo back and forth. This was planned. Put Peasley in, makes a mistake. Skip tries to coach him up on the sideline, and now backed up. Case Cookus comes onto the field, and this is not an easy situation to be in. Backed up inside their own 5 here trying to come out.
First down and 10. Cookus back in from the 2-yard line and trying to dig the Stallions out of this hole, and nowhere to go this time for Ricky Person Jr. Well defended up the gut by Story Jackson.
Yeah, he and Tavante Beckett was in there as well. I love that he was trying to use that hard cadence. You know, Devin, I'm a huge advocate. You're backed up like this. Try to get those 5 free yards with, you know, the defense jumping offside. That was a veteran move by Cookus, but the defense didn't bite.
Batman. Batman. Omaha. Ray.
2nd and 9. Handoff again. Person breaks one tackle with a flag down. He's out to the 7-yard line for the moment. Pickup of 4 if it stands.
On what? Okay. Who? Was it someone off?
Illegal formation. Offense. After this is for goal. Third down.
Yeah.
Too many guys in the backfield there. That tackle on that side, play side, was uncovered. So he was in an eligible position, but as an ineligible player there, that's an illegal formation.
Referee bespoke it 2nd down. 2nd and 10, back at the original line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. Cookus heaving it toward the sideline. He had Cade Johnson out there, but he sailed it too tall, and it's 3rd and 10.
Now you're just looking for any yardage. You know, Devin, you can't punt it from heels on the back end line. That's just going to lead to great field position. So even if you don't get the first down, Cookus has got to think, I got to get 5 or 6 yards here.
Yeah, you want to get some space to make sure your punter can get a good punt and flip the field position as much as he can.
Omaha! Race it!
What happens on 3rd down? Cookus from the end zone. Chase throws in front of Sternberger, just trying to avoid the safety. Pitches that one at the feet of his tight end. They get no yardage, and it's 4th down. And on comes Colby Wadman in a tough situation to punt it away.
I can tell you this, though. That is just so frustrating. And I know that this is not a knock on Skip Holtz here, because this is a planned rotation and everything, but if you're Case Cookus, you led them to a score, and then, you know, Andrew Peasley gets to go into the game, and then now your next series, you're at the 1-yard line backed up. There's no ability to get a rhythm. So now Cookus is going to go the better part of 25 real minutes without real meaningful snaps to try to establish that rhythm.
Wadman goes down to the end zone. There is a flag down, and slipping down near midfield
into the kicker.
is Stevenson.
Into the kicker. 32 receiving team.
So running into, not roughing.
Yeah. Running into the kicker, number 32, receiving team. That penalty is declined. First down, San Antonio.
So the Brahmas get it back near midfield, down 6-0. Can San Antonio finally find the end zone after getting a big defensive stop in Birmingham?
We've been seeing this pressure from this Birmingham defense. Look at these ends. You know, we've talked about Bradley and I and Ronnie Perkins. That was the first series of the game. Kevin Hogan, starting quarterback for the Brahmas, no chance. Later in the game, again, one hitch, pressure right away. He's got to protect the football, nowhere to go down the field. So now San Antonio's got a bit of a conundrum here. What do you do offensively? Well, you got to run the football. Here's the problem, is that Corey Chamblin, the defensive coordinator, he's got the best rushing defense in the UFL, and he's done a terrific job building that front seven. So you can't really run against them, and the pass rush is going really well. So as you talked about, Devin, and I've talked about today, you got to get to the screens. You got to get some toss crack, getting those defensive linemen cracked with the wide receivers. But running it straight at them like that, that's going to be very difficult for this San Antonio team. The guy that was Kevin and Devin, the guy that I would love to see get the ball more for San Antonio is Anthony McFarland. In particular in the screen game, you know, motion a wide receiver down and crack one of these ends and toss it to McFarland on the outside. He was so electric late in the year last year, played his college ball at Maryland, and he's just rarely used and rarely in the game, and I don't really get it.
And now movement up front, coaxing some movement from the Brahmas.
Neutral zone infraction, number 96. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Carlos Davis costs the Stallions defense 5.
Got to take advantage of it. There's McFarland with the towel on the sideline. Again, late last year, part of the reason they made it to the UFL championship game was McFarland offensively, but you know, they don't go to him nearly enough in my estimation.
Yeah, 4th round pick of the Steelers in 2020. Spent several years with Coach Tomlin's team in Pittsburgh, and nothing doing for Jashawn Corbin on 2nd and 2, and a flag down to boot.
Holding offense, fence number 71, 10 yards previous spot.
And Sam Tecklenburg, the center.
What? He doesn't make any extra yards? All right, you want to pick it up? If he did, what was, did he say he didn't make any extra yards? No, you got to stop it right there. Okay, there's no foul, we'll play 3rd down then.
No penalty.
There is no foul on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
All right, so pick up the penalty. Sam Tecklenburg might be the first center to ever win an argument with an official about a penalty called on him.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? He's gonna tell his grandkids about that one.
Watch this. I said what, and they picked up the flag.
Here we go. Hey, spread.
And now big play for the Brahmas. 3rd and 2. For 4 on 3rd down today. Motion across from Stevenson. The give to the motion man, and Stevenson hit in the backfield for a loss. Trey Norwood knifing into the backfield to take his legs out from under him and stop the Brahmas on 3rd and short.
I want you to see the amount of ground that Norwood's going to cover here. This is outstanding from his safety position. Watch him come down there, and that's called filling the alley inside out as a safety. He starts out in the deep middle of the field, winds up in the backfield with a tackle for loss. Beautiful job going at the legs of Marquis Stevenson. And there's Birmingham again, forcing another punt. This defense has been outstanding.
Wing will try to pin Birmingham deep once more. Rogers with the fair catch called inside the 10, near the 6-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 7, and the Stallions work deep in their own end once more, thanks to a tremendous defensive play from Trey Norwood. This Stallions defense is galloping with a 6-0 lead. 6-0 advantage for the Birmingham Stallions. Trey Norwood makes an outstanding play. How did he do it? Devin Gardner, you're with him.
Yeah, I'm with him, and Joel and I both talked about how you made this play. Let it run and show us how you dissected it fast enough to go make the play.
First of all, I'm knowing it's third and short. You know, they trying to convert the first down. I'm the post safety right now, but my dog Icy up top is in man coverage, and with his jet motion, I'm able to spin it with him, and he becomes the post safety. And the funny thing about it is I got this same play a couple weeks ago in Houston, and I missed it. I told myself if I see it again, I will not let the same thing happen. So I had to come down, shoot my shot, and make the play.
If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Try again. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. See what I'm saying? So I had to just make sure I came down, shot my shot, and made the play.
Nice job. Appreciate you.
Omaha!
Excellent stuff from Trey Norwood. And on first down, back to the ground with C.J. Marable. And Marable twists for 2 and a flag down right at the end of that 2-yard run by Marable.
Go to the 2 on this one. Holding 69. Offense, that penalty being forced at the 2-yard line. Still first down.
So this is what Trey Norwood was talking about. So he's got man coverage here. So you're going to have this defensive back, and now he's going to go back to the middle. And now Norwood, he sees that, and he's going to come across and become the man defender. And now he goes up and he makes that play. That's really good recognition. And again, those are the details of the game. And Norwood, and by the way, I loved his answer. And Devin, how many times does something happen weeks prior, but it just lingers with you? And he was there to right the wrong of weeks prior and make the play on that same exact style of motion.
Yeah, he's much luckier than some of us, right? Because we have to let those plays linger forever because the same situation doesn't always come up again, but he gets it this week and he's able to just not even break stride and go make that play.
Yeah, that was really good. And that answer just, I think it gives you a peek into the human side of football, right? Like, these are humans. There's not robots out there. This guy watches film every day. He wants to succeed. He wants to be a great contributor on the defense. They're watching film right now, and they're trying to get better. And all of those mistakes, every football player will tell you that the number one thing they're trying to do is not make the same mistake twice. And right there, he was able to come up and make a big play. Look at this one. That one looked like it was going to be potentially picked off, Kev.
Yeah, that thing floated much longer than Case Cookus would have wanted it to, and now 3rd and 13 coming up for Birmingham.
Now, both defenses right now in this game are doing a terrific job creating havoc on the timing of the offense. And Cookus under a tremendous amount of pressure, which he's accustomed to. No one was sacked more last year in the UFL than Case Cookus when he was with Memphis, and he didn't even play in 4 games. That's how many times he was. I mean, he was sacked. Shoot, it felt like every drop back.
1 sack, 5 knockdowns today. 3rd and 13 draw play to Marable, just trying to get a little space for Colby Wadman. And a defensive struggle continues. So similar to what we saw to start week 6 between St. Louis and Arlington, 2 defenses battling back and forth. We're getting that here to close week 6 between San Antonio and Birmingham.
You know, I think about the draft, just covering the draft last week, and you think about philosophy, football philosophy, and almost every organization will tell you, you know, when you look at the defense, you want to build the defense front to back and inside out. Why do you want to build a defense front to back and inside out? Because you want to apply pressure on the run game and the passing game through dominance at the line of scrimmage, and that's what both teams are doing right now.
Wadman's punt will bounce, take a little bit of a Birmingham roll, trickle across the 45, and they are going to down it at the Birmingham 49-yard line. Brahmas will start with excellent field position. We do have a flag down during that punt.
I mean, it's during a kick play.
They can block low before the ball is kicked. Penalty marker on the play.
I mean, it's a safety there on the kick play. It's right in the transition phase of it. Scotty, what you got? Talk to me, because you and I both had eyes on it. Don't leave me. It's right in transition there. All right, so then there is no foul.
There is no foul.
Good. There is no foul. The low block occurred prior to the punt. Timeout on the field.
So 3:32 to go in this opening half. The Brahmas start on the Stallions 49. Can they pull something out of their hat in the Magic City? We'll find out.
We got to do Better for you guys, point blank period. We have to, okay? But I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to pin them down so we can get another look at this. Guys, we got to be freaking better on offense. Here's the bottom line too. I agree and we will, but at the same time, we got to be able to execute this call.
You know, execution starts up front, and when your offensive line is not giving anybody any time or any space, it just becomes very difficult. Look at this front seven for Birmingham. It's like they're playing downhill, and as an offense, it makes you feel like you're trying to go uphill. It's nearly impossible. Here's the entire equation, folks, when it comes to offensive football and defensive football. If you are an offense and you are allowing a defense to be the aggressor, you will lose. If you put the defense in conflict and force them to react to what you're doing, then you can have success. And right now, the aggressor is Birmingham.
First down and 10 from the 49. Hogan going deep, wide open, over the middle, and it's dropped at the 3. Jontre Kirkland had the easiest touchdown of his life, and he couldn't pull it in.
They finally get the protection that they need. Kirkland is wide open, and he just flat drops it. Look at the protection. Hogan finally able to step up. That secondary has been so aggressive. They're not expecting someone to have time to get behind them. They're looking around at one another, and Hogan can't believe it. Kirkland just dropped it.
Second down, Hogan will keep on the zone read, and Hogan gets 4 to the 45-yard line. But oh, what might have been for the Brahmas, Joel Klatt.
Oh, I can tell you what might have been is 6 points. I mean, that is a touchdown. And Kirkland dropped it, and then astutely was like, will anyone see me if I'm in the front row? Someone hide me.
Hard to hide in a bright yellow uniform.
Moon. Ready.
Third down and 7. Hogan pressured again, steps to the left side, finds his tight end, but short of the first down. Steve Stylianos. That should take us to the 2-minute warning here with 4th down coming up for San Antonio.
Yeah, man, I just wonder, do they want to try to get aggressive, or what are they going to do after this 2-minute warning? But boy, the confidence has got to be low. Kirkland had 6 on his face mask, and unfortunately the bounce goes the wrong way. Who's got some popcorn?
The top 2 defenses have kept it scoreless. Quick pass. Open is Jennings. Fighting into the end zone. Touchdown. Martinez. Open. Touchdown.
Boy, if you're going to run man coverage against a mobile quarterback, you are gambling.
The Birmingham Stallions are champions of the UFL.
Birmingham got out, never looked back. Adrian Martinez, the passing touchdown to Gary Jennings Jr., 2 rushing scores of his own, a 25-0 shutout win, and they've outscored the Brahmas 31-0 in the last 2 games. But here come the Brahmas on 4th down. They're 4 for 11 on 4th down this year. Nobody's attempted more 4th downs in this league than the Brahmas.
Ready, go. Hey, purple.
Will they snap it? And the timeout used by San Antonio.
That's called their second charge timeout.
Well, coming up is the Progressive Halftime Show. First half stats and analysis, some highlights from a busy week in the UFL. We'll also go inside the locker rooms. That's coming up on the Progressive Halftime Show.
Skip Holtz is sitting there right there and thinking to himself, man, I hope they go for this, because I don't want to be backed up inside my own 10 again.
A sentiment shared, I'm sure, by either Case Cookus or Andrew Peasley, whoever's coming out to play quarterback this series. Cannons punt into the end zone this time, and that'll bail Birmingham out of the deep end. In their final stop before the Indy 500. The IndyCar Series hits the IMS road course. The Sonseal Grand Prix, the fastest racing on earth, continues live Saturday at 4:30 Eastern on Fox. Case Cook is back to work.
24, all one, right? All empty. Yeah, 24, you're gonna spot, yeah.
San Antonio got the ball to start the game, so that means Birmingham can put together a series here and then get the ball to start the second half. So this is a huge moment in the game right here.
They were their most effective in 2-minute drill with Cookus last week. Let's listen in on this second down play call from Skip Holtz.
Good. Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Let's go, Rob. Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Celtic, 59 right. Lou, Celtic, 59. Rob, Celtic, 59 right. Rob, Celtic, 59 right.
Rob Celtic, 59 right, all one, right? We're good. Omaha! Raise hit!
Second down and 4. Cookus flushed. On the run, Case Cookus will tuck. He'll get the first down, a diagonal out of bounds at the 36. And Skip Holtz with a fresh set of downs to work with here.
Good decision there. Picked up the first down,
Right,
steps out of bounds.
Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Celtic, 23. Lou, Celtic, 23 smash. Lou, Celtic, 23 smash.
Lou Celtic, 23 smash, all one, right?
Hey, Dom, we're not in base.
We're good. Omaha!
3 timeouts to work with and still 1:42 and a half. Cookus. Pocket collapsing. Cookus will run again, and he gets shoved to the turf at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Wyoming. On the ball. Wyoming. Let's go.
Wyoming! Ray, send!
Second and 6, 4-man pressure. Cookus again runs, and Cookus taking a hit but gets the first down.
Alaska.
Ray, send!
And we've got a stoppage here. I think he's short of the first down.
Previous play is under further review.
So instead of first down,
Yeah, I know.
they'll still have a little work to do to move the chains.
10-second run up.
Hey, let's get a rundown.
Yeah, and nothing. Doesn't have anything to do with us. Yeah, we're going to take a timeout. Yes, we'll take the timeout. That's not right. Timeout. Come here.
Short of the line of game, it'll be third down.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
And Birmingham is taking a charge timeout, so we're going to what time?
Timeouts to avoid the 10 seconds.
What, right here? Or we're going?
I know, but that's what it is. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Is that right? Is it going to be 3rd and 1? Ask that guy. Hey, so 3rd and 1. All right, here we go.
Short of the line of game, it'll be third down. Birmingham has elected to take a timeout to avoid a 10-second subtraction.
I'm going to run A in. I'm going to run like I read in. I'm going to go.
So the clock back to 1:15 to go in this first half. And now 3rd and 1.
It's going to be yard. Going to go Rio A-N, Baltimore odd. Rob A-N, Baltimore odd. Rob A-N, Baltimore odd, then we're on the ball.
Rob A-N, Baltimore odd. All one, right?
Just 1 for 4 today. This is 3rd and 1.
Yeah. Get set.
It's Marable in the backfield.
Ray, send!
Marable gets the carry. Marable's got the first down, struggling to the 49-yard line.
Alabama. 48 stop. Alabama. Florida, 48.
Alabama!
Stopping while they reset the chains. Now it runs. Cookus, backside pressure, gets away. Flag is down behind the play, and Cookus will just throw this one out of bounds, but a hold may back them up.
He was out. 73-3. They're going to want it, probably. They're going to want it here, right? 73 hold. Holding, number 73. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Taylor Prelou out here on the left side. Good pass rush. Right, Garrett Nelson.
Let's go, Rob. Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Atlanta. Rob, Atlanta, 26 trade. Rob, Atlanta, 26 trade.
Rob, Atlanta, 26 trade. All one, right? Come on.
Let's go, Marlo.
Sit.
The three most penalized teams in the UFL here. Only DC in the middle.
Race it.
First and 20. Cookus finds an open man in Brahmas territory. That's Marlon Williams.
Apollo even. Rio, Apollo even.
15-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Stallions trying to double up. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Cookus will jump the pass to Person, and Person stopped short of the first down. Stallions will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts before this third down play.
Apollo, you got to give him a slant over here. That's Apollo. Give him a slant. Make a first down. Stop the clock. Guys, 12 yards off. What do we give him, an out? Yeah. Why? What? Give him a slant. Make the first down.
Yes, sir.
Skip's trying to calm himself down right here. He had a slant on the backside. Okay, and look at all this area right here that he can exploit with this slant. He's got a deep safety. He can just change that to a slant, throw it over there, and get the first down. Skip is furious. He's trying to calm himself down, but he can't quite do it. That's a waste of timeout.
You could almost hear his brain saying serenity now after Case Cookus walked away the first time and he called him back over.
Omaha! Race it!
3rd and 2. Cookus, there's the slant, big gain. Rogers got a block down the sideline. Touchdown, Birmingham.
Well, he calmed down enough to call the right slant pass, didn't he?
Here, guys, let's go. Let's get to it.
He wanted the slant so bad on the previous play, he called it again.
Hot. Lex, 8 return. Bronco Reed, 27. Zebra hot.
43-yard touchdown to Amari Rogers, and now the 2-point try to go up 14-0. And remember, Birmingham gets the ball to start the second half.
Boy, you got one-on-one out here.
Omaha! Race it!
Lucas looking to the right, jumps the pass for Kane, and it's incomplete. 12-0 Birmingham. Joel Klatt, let's go back to this slant that scores.
Yeah, let's go back and look at the linebackers and what happens to them during the motion. Watch these 2 linebackers, and you're going to get a motion out of the backfield, which forces the linebacker out, which what does it do? Create space right here. So what do? Exploit the space, and they do it with a little bit of a stop and inside breaking slant right there, and Amari Rogers is gone. Beautiful move right there, avoids the tackler, and look at this delay right there. Boom, and then he gets inside. That's a great route, and the patience he displayed to not exploit that space too soon, and then boom, the ball is there. It's on time and it's on target. That always equals yards after the catch. Good job by Cookus. Keeps his eyes frozen in the middle for just a beat. That allows Tavante Beckett, number 1, the linebacker, to just freeze. and then it's a touchdown for Birmingham. Great series right there. Even with the frustration, they had the penalty there. They got taken, thought they had a first down. They came back to 3rd and 1. You had Skip losing his mind on the Apollo call because he wanted a slant, come right back to it, and they're able to execute and get that ball into the end zone.
Short kickoff, fumbled and then out of bounds as Jontre Kirkland having a little trouble catching in this second quarter, whether it's a pass or a kickoff. So Case Cookus with his first touchdown pass of the day, his 3rd of the year.
You know, Devin, it's remarkable. All of a sudden you're not backed up. You can find a rhythm as an offense and a quarterback. You know, Cook has had that scoring drive, then they're backed up a couple of times, and then they finally get their rhythm there in the 2-minute.
And certainly, Joe, the one thing I can't help but notice, and you've talked about it as well, is how good he is when you're going fast. It's not a lot of thinking because he hasn't been in this offense a ton.
Hogan chased again, throws downfield, and hanging on is Stevenson. Outstanding catch, and to hang on through contact, Marquez Stevenson picks up 22.
Just to get away for Hogan and then just way up the elevator goes Stevenson for that catch.
From the 47 on 1st down. Going deep is Hogan, left side, got a man out there. It's Smith inside the 10 and out of bounds with 3 seconds to go in this first half.
Holy cow, when Hogan gets any time at all, this secondary has just totally missed on coverages 2 or 3 times today. We saw the first snap of the game. They got way down the field. Kirkland dropped that sure touchdown. And here, right before half, you got 20 seconds left. You're allowing guys to get down the field behind the defense. That is inexcusable from this secondary. Madre Harper is back there. They have got to figure that out at halftime.
And a chance for San Antonio to be within a touchdown and a 3-point try of tying it up as they line up for a field goal here with 3 seconds to play in the half.
Right. Birmingham.
Hey,
called
Joel.
their 3rd and final charge. Timeout.
On that last play with Smith running up the sideline, down here, I'm right on the sideline. He takes a look up at the scoreboard, seeing that the time is running out, and he only got 3 seconds. He steps out of bounds just in time. Outstanding football play by Smith.
Yeah, because if he gets tackled there, you know, you never know, even though it's going to stop on 1st down. Let's take a look at the last 2 plays. So this was the play right before that. Hogan, the scramble, and Stevenson. Watch Stevenson go up in the air. Man, terrific job. Lands on his backside. He's going to flex after that great catch. And then Hogan, again, if he gets time, he's been able to threaten him down the field. And Devin, this is what you're talking about. Smith just stepped out of bounds, looked up at the scoreboard, make sure there was some time, and sure enough, 3 seconds, and here's Vizcaino on the field to try to make it a 1-score game.
And Vizcaino from 26 is good. And San Antonio with a burst of momentum going into the locker room. Birmingham will get the second half kickoff, but San Antonio's got something to build on. Down now just 9, 12-3 at halftime in Birmingham.
What you're seeing right now is exactly what Birmingham's defense has been. Incredible on the defensive front. Rushing, defense, getting after the quarterback, red zone, but they're last in the league in pass defense, and this secondary has lost guys several times, so they need more of that for San Antonio in the second half.
12-3 lead at halftime as we check in with Devin Gardner.
Coach, you've done an outstanding job at the end of the half there. What are you seeing from their defensive line that's causing so many issues for your offense?
You know, I think for us it just comes down to going back to the basics within technique and fundamentals. You know, obviously we've known they had a really, really good pass rush, and so for us, we just got to get into a groove. We got to come down with the football, continue to establish the run, and make plays and opportunities when we're given those chances.
What can you say about Anthony McFarland Jr.'s health? Because we haven't seen him on the field in the first half. Will he be available for the second half?
We're going to evaluate it in the locker room at halftime, hopefully so, but I'll be able to give you a better answer coming out of the half.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome, thank you.
Time for today's Big Move. It's brought to you by Pods, and the big move, Amari Rogers on the receiving end of this late touchdown for Birmingham. Rogers got a block downfield from Deion Kane, and he did the rest. The slant. They wanted it to play before, they got it this play, and that slant results in 6 for the Birmingham Stallions and gives them a 12-3 lead going into the locker room here at halftime. At the end of the first half, our score, Birmingham 12, San Antonio 3. We'll be right back with the Progressive Halftime Show. You're watching the UFL on Fox.
Fox, UFL Friday, lights up prime time as the DC Defenders touchdown take on the San Antonio Brahmas.
What a play!
Fox UFL Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern. Fox UFL Friday lights up prime time as MVP favorite Jordan Ta'amu leads the DC Defenders.
This dude is something special
against the San Antonio Brahmas.
Touchdown! What a play!
Fox UFL Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern.
Welcome back to Birmingham. Today's UFL halftime is sponsored by Progressive. The Stallions in the locker room getting ready for a second half of 12-3 at the break over the San Antonio Brahmas. Busy weekend in the UFL. Let's take a look at some highlights around the league over the weekend. Friday night, the Renegades were at the Battlehawks. Second quarter, no score. Max Duggan throws it up to Hakeem Butler. Came down with it for the 30-yard touchdown. An outstanding play. A great throw by Duggan. And the catch by Butler. The only touchdown, as it turns out, of the game. 2 minutes left. Arlington down 12-6. Luis Perez under pressure. And he fumbles the football. Chris Garrett recovers it for St. Louis. And St. Louis wins it 12-6. On Saturday, the Showboats at the Roughnecks. Third quarter, Memphis leading 14-13. Dresser Wynn drops back. Armani Marsh with the big hit, forces the fumble, scoop and score. TJ Franklin taking it all the way in for the touchdown. Dresser Wynn never saw Marsh coming. Ball pops out. Nobody's catching Franklin. Houston wins it 21-20 over Memphis. And then earlier today, the Defenders at the Michigan Panthers. Michigan up 7-6. How about Bryce Perkins? He just keeps making plays, scrambling out of all kinds of pressure. Somehow out of that finds Cole Hicatini, and that's a 35-yard touchdown. On to the third quarter where the Panthers are up 24-14, and the legs again of Bryce Perkins. Pressure all around, no problem for Perkins. Breaks a tackle, and he spins into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown. Panthers all over the Defenders, 38-14. Our second half between the Birmingham Stallions and the San Antonio Brahmas, closing out Week 6 of the UFL, coming up next.
UFL halftime is presented by Progressive. As we welcome you back to Birmingham, the Stallions up on the Brahmas here, but a lot of action there in the last minute of that second quarter right before half. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. Justin Smith right out the gate. This was the first snap of the game. A little scramble action from Kevin Hogan making his first start for the Stallions, or excuse me, the Brahmas here today, and it got out with a bang. 56-yard reception. That would lead to a field goal attempt, and it was wide right. So the Stallions holding defensively on their first series. And Case Cookus led the Stallions team down the field. They got some good field position after a really solid punt return from Davion Davis. They were able to stick it into the end zone. Ricky Person, he runs it in, and then the defense started getting after it. That front seven for Birmingham has been outstanding all day long. Ronnie Perkins has 2 sacks himself, getting a lot of pressure on Kevin Hogan for San Antonio. Now, right before half, we started to get some action, and the Stallions going down, trying to get a score. Third down, what do? They find Amari Rogers, a beautiful move, and he's up the left side for a score, and it looked like they were going to take a 12-0 lead in at halftime, but San Antonio was able to get down the field in the last 20 seconds and tack on a field goal there. A lot of action late in that second quarter. 12-3 is the score. Third downs owned by Birmingham so far. And the penalties have been an issue for the Stallions, but they do still have that 12-3 lead. When we come back, the Stallions will get the opening kick of the second half as we return to the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama. Stallions up 12-3.
Timeout, timeout, timeout. It's Apollo. You got to give him a slant over here. We're going Apollo. I'm not going Apollo to throw a touchdown pass or throw an out. The clock's going to stop on the first down. Throw the slant and take it. Yes, sir. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Skip Holtz coaching his way to a 12-3 lead to start this third quarter, and now he's standing with our Devin Gardner.
Hey, Coach, you finally got the slant that you wanted, and it ended up in a touchdown, huh?
Yeah, no, he did a nice job reading on that play. It was 2nd and 6, and I mean, we give him a choice route where he's got some options to signal, and he gave him an out instead of a slant. It's like, take the slant. I mean, the guy was, anyway. We're doing some good things. We're doing some bad things. We've had that. We can't get the ball on the one, where we're really limited with what we can call offensively to get it out of there. And we just got to be a little bit more consistent. They're playing hard, and then I hate what we gave up defensively because I thought we played an unbelievable first half outside of that last 20 seconds.
Yeah, up and down finish to the half. But what we did see is Case be able to work the 2-minute drill. Is there any plan to implement that in the field in regular situations just to get them more comfortable?
Yeah, I think if our defense will keep humming and we can get positive field position, we got to start moving with some of our tempo stuff and get moving because he's playing pretty well with that.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Birmingham football to start this second half. And Amari Rogers trying to find a little bit of running room. Fumbles the football. It bounces forward, rolling into the arms of one of his teammates and pouncing on that football to save the possession was Madre Harper. What a break for Birmingham.
I mean, that ball shot forward, and it looked like Vizcaino, the kicker, was the closest Brahma to that ball, and he just can't quite get there. It's a race to the ball, and the Stallions are able to cover it up. That was almost disastrous. You talk about a disastrous end to the first half, that last 20 seconds. It almost started with the first 20 seconds here of the second half, but the offense back on the field. As you look at Cook as 7-11, he was playing pretty well there, in particular late in the half.
Marable on first down. Now second down as Birmingham tries to establish a run game that, for the most part this year, has just not been in evidence.
Yeah, and Devin, it's interesting for me because you know that Skip, he loves the passing game. But there are times when he's got to remind himself, and he does it to, into the microphone sometimes. It's like, all right, I got to run the football. And it seems like they'll go back to maybe trying to pound it a little bit at this run defense.
Hey, Superman.
Yeah, 100%. Continue to wear him down. And, sometimes he goes back and says, man, why didn't we run the football more? And he doesn't want to walk away from this football game feeling that way.
And Marable with 9 yards on his first 2 carries on this drive sets up a 3rd and 1 for Birmingham.
Nope. Here we go. Let's go. Rob, A-N, Peyton Odd, or Baltimore Odd. Rob, Y-N. Just go Rock, Baltimore Odd. Rock, Baltimore Odd. Baltimore Odd.
Baltimore. Get set.
Play clock at 3. And a flag down.
False start, number 69. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6 with that false start.
Man down, alert cover 2. Man down.
Empty, 4 to 26 trade now. Rob Stack, empty, 4 to 26 trade now.
Large Stack, empty, 26 trade now. Oh, right now. 4 to even. 4 to even. Are you going? Hey, right. Omaha. Race it.
3rd and 6. Cookus hit as he throws, pass incomplete. He was aiming in the direction of Davion Davis, but that 5-yard penalty changed everything, Joel, and now Birmingham punts it away.
Yeah, and it's obviously, listen, Barry Wesley, number 69, the left guard, yeah, he doesn't want to start early, but the frenetic pace with which they had to get up to the line of scrimmage and call that play was because of the late play call. And then you get to third down here and a good pass rush along the left side and good coverage there in the secondary. That was William Hooper, number 21, and he was locked on the wide receiver, made it difficult.
Wadman's punt, fielded at the 8-yard line. Marquez Stevenson trying to find room, goes back the opposite direction and is down at the 4. Excellent coverage by the Stallions, and Stevenson trying to find a lane, instead found a loss. So Kevin Hogan back to work deep in their own end. The Brahmas down 9 in Birmingham. That was today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. San Antonio going back to work. You see Corbin in the backfield. Devin Gardner, what's the word on Anthony McFarland?
Yeah, all of us are in agreement that McFarland is one of the most electrifying players on this offense. Well, he's done for the day. He's out with a shoulder injury.
It's a big loss, and they've not had him for much of this game. Jayshon Corbin will have to carry the load, and a good start as he gets a little breathing room out near the 8-yard line for the Brahmas.
Yeah, the difficulty of this series for San Antonio is that this front seven has been dominant. We've talked about that a lot, you know, and so trying to get a first down or two to reestablish field position can be very difficult. Now, on the flip side, I think this is a time for Birmingham to get aggressive, because if they can get a 3-and-out here, then they're going to set their offense up with great field position. We've already seen them get a score after a great field position, after a good punt return, but here's where this defensive line can really tilt the game.
On 2nd and 7, Hogan will swing it out of the backfield to Corbin. Corbin on the edge, short of the first down, out of bounds near the 10-yard line, a pickup of 3. Let's listen into Party's play call.
All right, let's go here. Let's go. Yoon to trio left. All right, blue F, shoot, fence.
Yoon to trio left. Blue F, shoot. On 1, ready? Yeah.
Send them right now, 9 seconds.
Go. Yeah. Hey, first go. Ready, go.
For 6 on 3rd down, here comes pressure. Hogan back in the end zone, heaves this one to the sideline, and he threw it away. The pressure again from Birmingham up front. They've done it all day long to Kevin Hogan.
They sure have, and this time they add a rusher here, so you're going to get the linebacker, and he's going to be blitzing with this 4-man rush. That's Kavai Tazzino, and you can see Tazzino with the pressure. He's got Hogan in his sights, and Hogan alertly has just got to get himself out of the pocket and then throw that ball away.
5th 3-and-out of the day for the Brahmas. They're 3rd in the last 4 drives. And a good punt all the way back to the 30-yard line. And to the edge with a nice return. But we'll wait and see about this flag.
Top of the head. Play or 12 on defense. Get the option over here. Twelve players. Defense. That penalty is declined. First down. Birmingham.
Timeout on the field. Case Cookus and the Stallions ready to go to work trying to build on that lead. Today's game is sponsored by T-Mobile, America's largest 5G network. and by Hershey's Milk Chocolate. Have you had your Hershey's? Well, Case Cookus has had quite the spring football journey. Started in 2022 when he led the Philadelphia Stars to a championship game, then broke his leg in the loss to the Stallions. Missed the playoffs the next year, a 4-6 record for the Stars. Rough year with the Showboats. He was under pressure from start to finish. Signs with the Birmingham Stallions this year as quarterback number 3 on the roster, making his 3rd appearance today and jumping into the starting lineup after the Matt Corral injury. He's gone on IL. But the good news from Skip Holtz this week is they expect Alex Magoo back soon and able to contribute before the end of this season.
We're good. Omaha! Ready, set.
And on 1st and 10, Ricky Person Jr. down to the 41-yard line. And that's why he told us, Joel, when we were talking with him this week, they just want to figure out a way to survive this week, get a win, then survive next week, get a win, put themselves in position when reinforcements come at this quarterback position in the form of Alex Magoo.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're going to look up at the end of the year if you're Skip Holtz, and you're going to have guys that have been tested and that you can rely on. And you get into those playoff games, someone goes down, and it's not looking at some quarterback taking his first snap of the season. You know, and that's what Skip always talked to us about, needing 2 in order to win a championship.
Swing to Person up the sidelines, and big hit on the sidelines from Jordan Williams. Here's Skip Holtz on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Let's go Rio free. Rio free. Florida even. Radar pump. Rio free. Florida even. Radar pump.
Florida even, radar pump. Oh, right here.
Person in the backfield on 1st down and 10. He's got 31 yards rushing this afternoon. Cookus steps up and he goes deep. Down the sideline, incomplete with Marlon Williams, the intended receiver, and Bo Pete Keys in coverage. Now 2nd and 10 in the play call.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go. You all right? You good? Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Let's go, Rob. Viking Reed. 12, fade. Rob, Viking Reed. 12, fade.
Rob, Viking Reed, 12, fade. All one, right? We're good. Omaha! Right, set.
2nd down and 10. Cookus, keeper, going nowhere. He'll lose a yard. Well defended. And then Prince Amili with the tackle. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good coverage back there in the back end, and then the Cookus just is nowhere to go with the football. You know, it's interesting to me, you come into this second half, and they were able to run the football on the first 2 snaps of the second half, and then all of a sudden they false start, they have to punt it away. Then you come out in this series, they run the football right away, and it's successful, and then they go to the passing game. I think they go to the passing game too quickly, and it's led in this set of downs to a long yardage 3rd and 11 situation.
Protection there for Cookus. He'll check it short. The catch made by the tight end Marcus Ball. And Ball down at the 31-yard line, 6 yards short of a Stallions 1st down. Now 4th down. Try a long field goal from Harrison Mevis to try to make it a 12-point game.
Yeah, I think that you do. Mevis has been so good this year. He's 10 of 11 on the year. He's got a long of 53.
Deep balls, just give him a chance. Yeah, I know we're getting hit, but just give him.
No, absolutely.
You know what? We've seen 5 deep balls completed against him that are underthrown. Marcus Ball! Hurry. I'm just saying, we've seen 5 deep balls completed against them, and we're throwing it over everybody's head and out of bounds every time. We're throwing a couple of them. Just give them a chance.
I feel like they covered this up pretty good over here. That's why we're over there. Okay,
49-yard try for Mevis. Good snap and hold, and Mevis right down the middle. That's a big 3 points. It takes it out of the 1-score territory and makes it a 15-3 lead for Birmingham. So the UFL champions from a year ago tack 3 on to the lead at home, up 15-3 in the 3rd.
Okay, we've got to trust each other, trust yourself, focus on execution, and we're going to go out there and win the second half. right? But, hey, no lack of belief. What we just did, flipping the field, you guys understand how big that is with 20 seconds on the clock? We were able to get 3. Now let's go stack and build off of it. Okay, Ted, get a break, go to your position, go.
Hey, finish now, let's go.
Here we go, finish on 3. 1, 2, 3, finish. Hey, let's go. We can do it.
Conversation at halftime from head coach Peyton Pardee, the grandson of Jack Pardee, trying to light a fire under his team. What he talked about on that before halftime comment, they went 66 yards on that last drive of the first half to put their only points on the board, trying to figure out a way to stack scoring drives together as they'll get the ball back here after Birmingham put 3 on the board. Not much room to run on the return. Stopped short of the 20-yard line as Bo Pete Keys. Well, it was such a feel-good story when the party began. The 28-year-old had his cake, and he ate it too. Interim head coach week 4, and they upset the DC Defenders, scoring a season-high 24 points. But like all good parties, eventually they end or they get crashed. The candles on Pardee's cake were blown out 27-3 by Houston last week, down 15-3 now, and no touchdown since that DC game in the third quarter for this Brahmas offense. Kevin Hogan's done some good things today in his first start, and a handoff up the middle to the 23-yard line and pick up a 4.
Left, tight, red F, shoot, Z, Texas, Q. Ace, left, tight, red F, shoot, Z, Texas, Q. Stay left, 12-yard.
Tough part for San Antonio, guys, is they've basically done their entire offensive damage on 2 snaps of the football. You know, they basically had a broken play to begin the game, and then that throw down the sideline right before the half. And outside of that, they have not done anything offensively.
Batted down again. That's the second time Kevin Hogan has had a pass spiked by the defensive line of the Stallions.
Yeah, this one I believe is Majai Sanders off of the right side of the offense. And again, he's just pushing the pocket directly back. He's not doing anything special except getting close to the quarterback, and these tackles are giving up too much ground. That's Willie Tyler right there. You see this pass rush again. He just gets into the face, arm goes up, and again, immense amount of pressure put on Kevin Hogan, and you would assume that this 3rd and 6 would be more of the same here. This front 7 getting after the quarterback.
0 for 7 on 3rd down. Down and 6, Hogan pumps, pressure comes, down he goes. Sacked by Carlos Davis at the 11-yard line and putting the Brahmas to sleep. 4th down, and the punt team coming off.
Yeah, this is a terrific job of the stunt here from the defensive tackle. And what you're going to get is he's going to come around this side, and he's going to loop around, but then it's the power. So he gets over to that left side, and then it's the power right into the chest of the center, Sam Tecklenburg, and he pushes right back into the lap of Kevin Hogan and Carlos Davis. 10 pressures on the year coming into the game. That was top 5 in the UFL among interior defensive linemen, and he gets home there.
Brad Wing will punt this one away for the Brahmas. 4 3-and-outs in their last 5 possessions. Davion Davis with a flag down ends up for the moment at the Brahmas 43.
What number? 3? Tack it on, right? Number 3. Ineligible player downfield on the kickoff. Number 3. Ineligible player downfield on the kickoff. Number 3. Excuse me, on the punt. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Kevin Hogan feeling the heat. 3rd sack of the day for this Stallions defense. Birmingham with a 15-3 lead in the ball next. Stallions 15, Brahmas 3. 5:21 to go in the 3rd, and Devin Garner standing by with a hero of the moment.
Yeah, CD, he's bleeding a little bit. Let me help him out there. Talk about what happened on that play and how you were able to get to the quarterback.
Well, it was a 3rd down blitz. I'm to the back, so I lined up in a 3. It was called Mug Loco. I'm piercing the A-gap, and I just pierced the defense and made a play, man. Shout out to my baby girl. I just had a daughter, and that was for her, man. So I'm excited. First one.
Congratulations. What are you guys seeing that's allowing you to get to the quarterback so frequently?
Man, we did a lot of film this week. We had a lot of time to study these guys, and we're just applying it on the field. That's all.
Clean yourself up. You're bleeding.
Seahawks odd. Seahawks odd. Seahawks odd.
Former Nebraska Cornhusker making plays out there for the Birmingham Stallions. And now Andrew Peasley trying to make plays at quarterback, back in for a series here for Birmingham. And Peasley to the air on first down, finds Amari Rogers for a good gain of 6. It's Carlos Davis, and congratulations to Carlos, rocking his baby to sleep there.
Man,
that's for her, his daughter.
Yes, congratulations. There's no doubt. And you're right, Carlos was a heck of a player at Nebraska. He was a 7th-round pick of the Steelers back in 2020. And you know what he also did in college? He threw discus. And he was an All-American in the discus as well.
We're good. Water.
He and his brother were tremendous track and field athletes coming out of high school to Nebraska. Hand off to Marable, and Marable down at the 28-yard line. So Andrew Peasley facing a 3rd down.
Yeah, and Peasley came back in. He had the 3rd series of the first half, and here he's getting the 3rd series of the second half. So Peasley's first series of this game ended when he took a sack that ended in a sack fumble. Coach was getting on him about screen called on the left side, and now he's got a chance to get back on the field. Faces a 3rd and 2.
Remember, he's got the ability to use his legs. It's one of the things Skip Holtz has liked about this young quarterback. Will he here on 3rd and 2? Gives instead to Marable, had the option, and instead of taking himself to the outside, Joel, he handed to Marable and nothing doing.
Yeah, but that 3rd down play call leads me to believe that Birmingham's going to go for it here on this 4th down. Good stop inside by this San Antonio defense. Good pressure, and again, they had a little bit of an inside slant right there. Garrett Nelson also, by the way, college ball at Nebraska. He comes in there and makes a nice play on that one. And it does look like they're actually going to come out and kick the field goal here. I would assume, I thought that they should have gone for it right there. Plus side of the territory, plus side of the 50. You know, that field goal doesn't really do anything from a 2-possession, 3-possession game. Whereas if you can go stick it into the end zone, you know, you're really putting a dagger in San Antonio.
So Memphis gives Birmingham the 18-3 lead. And when you look back in time in this game a little bit, there's one moment that really stands out, and it's the Brahmas who had an opportunity with Jontre Kirkland.
Okay. Hey, you're going to go at X again this drive. Okay, understand this. Depending on the hash, we're going to go Houston first play. The inside 9 is live. Hey, so Jontre, it's going to be you. Got him. No.
They had it set up. They had a perfect pass. And Jontre Kirkland just could not pull it in. Changes this entire game if he catches that sure touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. And again, you know, this is their entire offense has been big plays down the field. They've gotten a couple of them. That would have been a 3rd. It would have put a touchdown on the board. But that bounce off the face mask, you know, that's tough to swallow.
Bo Pete Keys at the 35-yard line goes down. He was sizing up a kicker in front of him, and he went down before the kicker got the chance to make the tackle.
Well, listen, you can size up certain kickers, but Memphis, they don't call him the thicker kicker for nothing, you know, and you eye him up, you're like, okay, I'm going to go down. Look at Memphis, yes. 6 foot, 260. I think that he was generous.
He was ready.
Yeah, he was.
Would you trademark the thicker kicker as one of your slogans? You have 2 trademarks, the thicker kicker and Money Memphis. You don't lack in confidence.
Absolutely not. 242 on a light day.
Aiden Robbins, the running back. Hogan to throw on first down, gets it to the edge. Little dance move by Stylianos, picks up positive yardage to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 4.
All right, so we go into the game plan now for San Antonio. Everything's going to have to be quick, and one of the things that you risk when everything needs to be quick and out of the hand of your quarterback is those outside players, those corners, sitting and squatting on those short routes. So you got to think quick double pump moves. But everything that San Antonio is going to have to do is got to keep in mind that that pass rush is dominant, and they have totally owned the game so far.
From the 39-yard line, Hogan swings out of the backfield to Robbins. Robbins gets 2 to the 41 and a big 3rd and 5.
12 personnel, 12 personnel. Okay. F home to trips right, silver X slap. Kill to red F block, extreme. 12 personnel.
F home to trips right, or F home to trips right, silver X slap, kill red F block. Home on, ready? Hey, come on, come on, come on. Hey,
looking for their first third down conversion of the afternoon. 3rd and 5 for the Brahmas.
First go. Ready, go.
4-man rush. Hogan with time, dumps it short, buried. Outstanding coverage. Kiava Tizzino leading the way. He had Chappelle Russell on his hip and nowhere for Justin Smith to go after the catch.
They're trying to bring Smith across the line of scrimmage and then get these blocks down in front of him. It's almost like a slow developing screen, but no one gets those blocks out there. They're trying to catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage so that they can make contact down the field, but everybody whiffed. Hogan delivers the ball, and there's nowhere to run for Justin Smith.
4th and 9, and Brad Wing to punt it away. 5 3-and-outs the last 6 possessions for the Brahmas, who are now 0 for 9 on 3rd down. On the bounce to Rogers. And Rogers tripped up at the 34-yard line.
We'll see if Birmingham goes back to Case Cookus, and we heard Skip Holtz talking about overthrows, and we have seen twice today Cookus overthrow. That one was early to Deion Kane. Here he feels like he's got a step, but that ball is overthrown and out of bounds, and they're unable to connect with Marlon Williams, and so they'll stick with Peasley here. Remember, he only got the 1 series in the first half, but here Peasley's going to get back-to-back series for the first time in the game. Cookus 9 of 15 today for 96 yards.
Left, on one, ready? Let's go. Mirror. There you go. Water. Omaha. Ready, sit.
Peasley steps out to throw. Open on the sideline is Cade Johnson, and Johnson down to the 40-yard line with his 4th catch of the afternoon.
Yeah, good run action here from the front, the offensive line. Watch, everyone's going to come down right here, which allows the quarterback to get out, and he's initially going to have his eyes down, but the defense does a good job of taking away that first option. He's able to spin those hips around and get the ball down the field.
26 yards on the play. Peasley spinning away from pressure with a flag down behind him. And the Stallions will take a loss, whether it's a penalty or on the sack, and Peasley comes up limping.
Probably want to decline that, right? 69, yeah.
Defense.
You want the hold?
Okay, we'll take the 2nd and 15.
There was one inside.
2nd and 15.
Yeah.
2nd and 15.
Holding number 69. Offense. Penalties decline. Result plays. 2nd down.
Take the quarter.
I'm saying take the quarter. They're going to run this clock out and give Peasley a little bit of chance to gather himself. He's limping after he got sacked on that play.
It's cut now.
And we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter in Birmingham with the Stallions trying to move into a first-place tie in the conference, up 18-3.
UFL Friday lights up prime time. As MVP favorite Jordan Ta'amu leads the DC Defenders.
This dude is something special.
Against the San Antonio Brahmas.
Touchdown, what a play!
Fox UFL Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern.
Well, it's like a water balloon sitting on your kneecap. So every time I plant, I feel like it's like sliding. It feels like my knee like pops, and then it like jiggles around, and then it settles, and I'm like, but anytime, like I can't even take a knee. It's killing me right now. Knee. Like anytime I take a knee, it's just killing me right now.
Case Cook is clearly feeling his knee right now. This was planned to get Andrew Peasley reps in this game. They split some reps in practice, but we saw at the end of the third quarter, Joel Clark, that Peasley was limping around a little bit.
Yeah, he took a sack there and came up limping a bit. And tell you, this is a great opportunity, though, for Peasley. You think about, getting signed late, coming in here to Birmingham, and Skip talks about reps all the time. Up 15 here in the fourth quarter, a great time to get your feet wet and get some reps here with the Stallions.
Second and 14. Clean pocket for Peasley, incomplete on that throw across the middle. Now third and 14 for Birmingham. First incompletion of the day for Peasley.
Here we go, here we go. There you go. Rob, move, hail, even. On one, ready? That's the receiver, right? Okay. I'm moving it.
He's learning the offense like everybody else.
Ready, set.
Third and 14. Peasley on the slant, caught by Johnson. Cade Johnson having a day, and he's got a first down at the 29 of San Antonio.
Oh, that reminds me of Rocky. I see three of them. Hit the one in the middle. Here he goes. There's a wide receiver coming through the screen. He's got to ask the back. Is this the one to the wide receiver? That's the one. Cade Johnson coming right through the middle, all the way past the line to gain. Just short of it, I should say, and that'll be 4th and 1. They'll stay on the field.
They're gonna go, and they get movement up front. They got movement on 4th and 1 from Lonnie Phelps, and it's a free 5 and a first down.
Defense, number 47, 5-yard penalty. Results, and a first down.
Y'all gotta watch the ball.
There's Will Reed, defensive coordinator. Frustration. He's upset because of that offside right there. Giving him a free first down on 4th and 1, would have had an opportunity to get off the field, and Lonnie Phelps jumps across with contact. Flag comes out, and now the Stallions and Peasley in business, first down at the 25.
Ready, take.
Peasley wants the screen, and Person was well covered, trying to get through all that traffic, couldn't connect.
Read it. Read it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, Louise. Louise, Zach, Colts even. Louise, Zach. Louise, Zach, Colts even.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Luis, Zach, Colts even. On one, ready? Omaha. Ready, take.
Peasley will keep to the edge. Got a block. Peasley right near the first down marker as he goes out of bounds.
Well, this is a tremendous job, and it shows you what Skip Holtz was excited about, because they're going to put the defender in conflict. This is Garrett Nelson, the defensive end, right? So here you go. You get the run play going this way. Now the defensive end is in conflict, and now you get speed on the outside, and Nelson cannot keep up with Peasley. And there you see the fleet of feet. Cougs, what am I saying?
Fleet-footed Andrew Peasley.
My goodness, it feels like I'm San Antonio with -1 yards off offense.
No fleet feet for Peasley. He'll give it to Marable and let his feet do the talking inside.
Now you're just showing off. Now you're just showing off, Cougs. Good series here running the football, but you see the difference. You know, this is a little bit more. I think you would agree, Devin. I think you would agree. You know, when you get the mobility of the quarterback, this is more of what we've always expected and seen from Birmingham out of their offense, because of their quarterback's ability to threaten the defense with their legs.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult to add guys in that run game so that you have those opportunities for the running back to make one guy miss.
Hand Handoff, Marable, nobody missing on Marable, and now a big third down for Birmingham. Let's find out what Skip Holtz has in mind.
Okay, here we go. What do we like? Here we go. Here we go. Let's do this. Here we go. Let's go Rio. Let's go Rob empty. Here we go. Let's go Rob empty. Just go Rob. Go Rob. Atlanta 12. Rob, Atlanta 12. Rob, Atlanta 12. Here we go. Hey, 12. Rob, Atlanta 12. On one. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Third down and 5 from the 9.
Ready, take.
Beasley to the end zone, jump ball deflected away. Trying to hit Davion Davis, the coverage from William Hooper.
That's a great job by William Hooper. Beasley tries to underthrow this one just a little bit, and here's Hooper in the slot. He's got good contact right there, and then as he goes up right through the catch radius, he avoids significant contact, and he's able to disrupt that catch point. That's beautiful by William Hooper.
And another opportunity for Memphis. 2 for 2 today, and movement up front again from the Brahmas. It's 4th and 5, and they moved again.
Is that a first down? No. Brian. Yeah, 4-5. Brian, what number do we have? Yeah, neutral zone infraction. Neutral zone infraction. Defense. 5-yard penalty results in a Birmingham first down.
A critical, crushing error for the Brahmas.
Twice on this series. We had 4th down offside penalties on this Brahmas team, and here this one's on a field goal attempt. I mean, just terrible mistakes. Bo Pete Keys there, number 3, jumped on that right side of the field goal unit.
So now first down, Beasley will keep a little spin trying to get away from Lonnie Phelps, and Phelps didn't bite much on that spin. It's 2nd down from the 5.
It's so fascinating because Birmingham had been such a great running team the last few years, and a lot of that was their ability to run the quarterback. And now Beasley's down. We saw him limping earlier, Kev, and now he goes down again. Man, I tell you, this quarterback room could not be suffering anymore. We had Alex Magoo to start the year. He went down. Matt Corral was a starter. He went down. Case Cookus became the starter. He's struggling with a knee. And now Beasley, he's on the ground holding his right knee. We come back. Birmingham, the ball inside the 5.
It keeps like overextending.
Fox UFL Friday lights up prime time as the DC Defenders touchdown take on the San Antonio Brahmas.
What a play!
Fox UFL Friday kicks off at 8 Eastern.
This is the injury a moment ago to Andrew Beasley, who is currently in the medical tent on the Birmingham sideline. He tried to get up and went back down. See that right leg getting wrapped up under the humanity of the Brahmas. During the commercial, Birmingham fans were screaming for Jamar Smith, who was just added this week as the emergency 3rd quarterback. Now, he can't come in unless they've been ruled out ahead of him. But Jamar Smith, of course, the hero of Birmingham's first spring championship in 2022, is waiting in the wings. Case Cookus back to work, and you heard him talking about how his knee felt earlier. 2nd and goal. Cookus swings it out. Jay Sternberger for a Birmingham touchdown. Second touchdown pass today for Case Cookus, and the first touchdown of the year for Sternberger. 24-3 Birmingham.
And it looks easy because they just have basically a pick play here where Sternberger is just going to come out into the flats, but watch these wide receivers. They're just going to act like they're kind of running routes. Those are picks. You know, they're just floating through, and it's like, oh, where am I? Oh, yeah, I'll be 13. Davion Davis didn't even turn the other way. There's a good possibility that could have been called, but remember, if that's caught behind the line of scrimmage, which I think it was close, then he's legal to go down there and actually make contact and be a blocker.
And a timeout's going to be used by San Antonio. You wonder if Peyton Pardee isn't looking at this to see if he could super challenge whether or not a penalty should be assessed on that play.
What we're going to challenge is it a pick or not?
You're going to challenge an OPI. Like I had it behind.
You had it caught behind the line. The ref's saying it was caught behind the line. So we need to know this ASAP, because if it was not, if it was caught behind the line, there's nothing to talk about. If it was caught beyond, I needed, okay. All right, well, I'm just taking a timeout to take a timeout. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
So there you go. No challenge. The ball, the official said, was caught behind the line.
Ball was snapped at the 5. Okay, so here's Davion Davis, number 13. He clearly comes and makes contact, but as Sternberger comes out, he catches that ball clearly at the 6-yard line. So that's legal contact down the field. There he is, ball snapped at the 5, catch made at the 6. And they can make contact as blockers down in front of Sternberger, which they did, and Sternberger walks into the end zone.
And now the 2-point try for Birmingham. Cookus floats it back of the end zone, caught with a fingertip grab by Jordan Thomas for 2, and it's 26-3. Birmingham firmly in control, their highest offensive output of the season.
It's a great matchup to have with Jordan Thomas. I talked about this earlier in the game. He's 6'5", 277 pounds, and he's lined up in the slot, and then he's just on the what they would call an inside fade. So a fade from the interior gives him a lot of room on the outside, and that's just incredibly difficult to defend for Jordan Mosley, who stands 6 foot, 201 pounds. That's a mismatch, and Jordan Thomas wins it.
Devin Gardner's found a special guest. What, Dabo Swinney didn't get enough football during the spring football season or the fall? He's here now?
Yeah, there's never enough football for Coach. Now, before we get into anything else, Amari Rodgers, he's the Clemson Tigers, so we got to talk about him getting on the board.
Yeah, Tigers on the board today, baby. It's good to see. Proud of Amari and Deion. Deion had a nice catch, and Mario Goodrich is on the team as well. He wasn't able to travel today, but proud of these guys. It's fun to be here to support them.
You've seen so many young football players whose dreams may have been deferred because they can't play at the next level, Now you have UFL. Talk about the opportunity that it presents for all the young men to get this chance.
Well, football is not a game of longevity. You know, this is a game that's hard to play a long time. So I think the UFL has created opportunity. You know, Deion and Amari were both, drafted and have played in the pros. And this just gives them an opportunity to continue to play a game that they love and continue to get good tape and all that type of stuff. So I love it. And growing up just south of Birmingham, I was a huge Stallions fan in the 80s as a kid, with Joe Cribbs and Cliff Stout and Jim Smith and Buddy Adelette and Jackie Klein and all those guys. That was my pro team because we didn't have pro sports. So when this came back, it was awesome. And I'm good friends with Skip, and just really what an amazing job he and his staff have done to win 3 championships at any level of football, especially a professional level. It's incredible. So it's been fun to keep up with these guys, and certainly to watch Deion. He's had a great run here, and then Amari coming down as well. It's been fun.
What can you say about the way Skip has done, right? 2 quarterbacks every single year, always trying to find a way. And again, right, many quarterbacks this season. Talk about his staying power and ability to conform and find a way to go win a championship.
Well, I mean, obviously he's had a great teacher and mentor in Lou Holtz, so that certainly didn't hurt him growing up. He's a great coach. He's a great, you can tell he's a great organizer with his staff. But, yeah, they're on their 3rd quarterback. So to lose Magoo and then lose Corral, and now to see him go out there and continue to put some points on the board. I know he's trying to get 30-plus because he wants to shave his beard.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, Skip's awesome. I mean, he's been an incredibly successful coach and head coach for a long time at multiple stops. So that's not easy to do.
You've got yourself a really nice quarterback as well. How excited are you for the college football season?
I'm always excited. I love the season. This time of year is kind of it's unstructured and it's kind of crazy. I love the season. I love being with the guys every day, And, you know, we're just finishing up spring ball, so we had a lot of fun, got a lot of guys back. We only had 6 guys in the draft available. 3 of them were drafted, all 6 signed. So, you know, we all know it starts with your quarterback. So anytime you have a talented quarterback, that's great. But when you have a talented quarterback that has a lot of experience, who's won championships and has been to the playoffs, and he's got that in his tank, that's always exciting.
Now, we have one more talented quarterback on the broadcast. It's Joel Klatt. So I'm going to listen to his question so I can ask you it.
Coach,
what do you got, Joel?
Oh, look at this.
We got a touchdown.
We got a pick
interception.
here. We got a pick here going back. Let's
maybe return for a touchdown.
It might be. That is Stephen Gilmore. He had 7 pass breakups before this. Well, we got a lot to get to. Just tell Coach thank you for his time. Can't wait for the Clemson Tigers. They're going to be inside of my top 5 and my top 25 as we look towards the next season.
He's kissing up to you. He's saying that the Clemson Tigers be in his top 5. So we have other business to attend to, so he can't ask this question. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah, man. Hey, nice Michigan State colors you wore today.
Now, Joel did that, and I thought better of it. You said you wouldn't do it, and you did it anyway. Get out. Go back up there. Get out of here. We're out of here. Get out of here.
That's our spot.
He got him.
That's outstanding. Dabo Swinney. Thank him for joining us on this broadcast. Stephen Gilmore with the interception, and now
Following
the flags to be sorted out.
During the return, personal foul. Illegal blindside block, number 73. Intercepting team, 15-yard penalty. First down. Correction.
But the interception gives it back to the Birmingham Stallions. Stephen Gilmore, the only man out there, makes the catch, gets the pick. Birmingham ball. Today's game is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And by Allstate. You're in good hands. Friday was United Ability Day. The Birmingham Stallions wore shirts to help celebrate and bring awareness. Today we had football players from both the Alabama School for the Deaf and the Alabama School for the Blind. They're at the game today. Stallions offensive lineman Keaton Sutherland, who is legally blind in one eye, met with the players today. And what United Ability is, it's a major nonprofit in Birmingham helping children and adults with disabilities live out their dreams. Possibility beyond disability. Really cool moment for those players, and I would guess, if you ask Keaton Sutherland about it, as cool a moment for him.
Omaha!
First down and 10. After the interception from the 35, Case Cookus back to work, and a big hit leveled at the 40-yard line. Jalen Camp with the catch, and back we go to Devin Gardner.
Now, guys, you heard my interview with Coach Swinney, and he kind of alluded to something. He said he really wants to shave his beard, talking about Coach Skip Holtz. And what you guys don't know is he has a bet with the team that he does not shave until they score 30 points, right? But his wife, Mrs. Holtz, she desperately wants him to shave, and we may get it today.
Well, that'll help. Deion Kane with the pluck on the sideline and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. There is a flag down.
Defense, penalties decline. It's on the play. First down.
25-yard pickup stands.
Well, you decline that. We're closer to 30. Here's the little jump right here on the interior over the right guard. There you see the jump down there by Jacob Sykes. Played his college ball at UCLA. And then a nice catch by Clemson Tiger Deion Kane over that left side. I just became a bigger Clemson fan after Dabo took a shot at the Michigan State superfan, Devin Gardner.
That was good to hear.
Yeah.
First down at 10. Cookus with pressure. Coming down he goes. Kobe Jones gets to Cookus, and Case being helped up after the sack.
I'll tell you, this was a clean rush on this outside. Very clean from Kobe Jones. Kobe Jones just slaps the hands away right there of Darius Harper, number 72, and he is right in the backfield. And that's not going to make Mrs. Holtz very happy. I know Skip's unhappy, but Mrs. Holtz is very unhappy. She wants the beard gone. We're on beard watch. 6:22, 21:20. We're on beard watch for 30.
Jennifer Holtz had brought out the shaving cream, and on these last 2 plays, she's now put it away. The shaving cream has been put back in the cabinet. Case Cookus is saying it was a forward pass and should be incomplete. They're ruling it on the field a fumble and a recovery by San Antonio.
The passer pushing that thing forward. Is he going to review that, or do I need to challenge that? Maybe coming there. Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, how do you even rule that a fumble? When it's that close. That wasn't that close. The kid threw the ball. I mean, he threw the ball forward. We're good. Relax. It's an incomplete pass. Offense will be up. Relax. I mean, that isn't even close. 3rd and 14.
We won't even need Mike Pereira when Skip Holtz telling us what's happening. Well, Mike Pereira, is Skip Holtz correct?
He's okay. 3rd and 14. Here we go.
Yeah, Skip Holtz is correct, and now they're talking about the fact of intentional grounding, and then you get the whole notion of starting the forward motion of the pass before, which he did not. So they felt that there was a receiver out in the area, that without that contact, it wouldn't have been a foul.
45, Penny, on two, right?
So the incomplete pass. The receiver in the area out there at the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
And it's 3rd and 14.
Whiskey.
It's a generous in the area call. The Birmingham will take it. And Deion Kane got started early.
Marker on the play.
False start. Number 8. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
My bag.
So a 3rd and 19. Joel Clapp beard watch is in peril here with 6:01 to go in the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, they might need another possession unless they get a miracle here on 3rd down. Jennifer Holtz, edge of her seat.
Cookus over the middle. That's Jordan Thomas with the catch. Not able to break free and get the 1st down. So now 4th and long. A field goal does not help beard watch. Harrison Mevis coming on to try the long field goal, or is he? He started onto the field. Got about 30 players on the field right now.
Let's go for it. Go for it. Here we go.
Well, apparently Skip is done with the beard as well.
Offense up. We're going for it. Here we go.
His bride must have texted and said, do whatever it takes.
That's exactly right. Wonder if they'll get in that 3-by-1 again and go to that choice route with the single receiver. He loved it in the first half. They called it Apollo.
All right.
Got a malfunctioning play clock for the moment.
Play clock and game clock will start on my signal. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 5 minutes, 55 seconds, please. All right, there we go. Let's go real. Let's go Hawk 45. 11. Here we go. 11. Here we go. Let's go real. Let's go Hawk 45.
All right. Here we go. Hey.
4th and 11. They're 2 for 4 on 4th down this year.
Going to try to go hard cadence here, maybe draw him offside, get a little bit closer, maybe get a free play. See if he can get him. Remember, they jumped off twice on the last series.
On 4th and 11, Cookus, right side, complete, but well short of the 1st down. And the Brahmas force the turnover on downs with 5:24 to play in the 4th quarter. And the beard remains for Skip Holtz.
Safety, hang in.
Well, the robber.
Nice defensive stand right there, Corey Mayfield. Good tackle.
You see it. I didn't see it. I saw him come down. I thought he was more in the middle of the field. And with this guy outside, we've been throwing it right inside the numbers from back. That's all right. I didn't see it, and he may have been in there.
Hey, Deion. Ready?
To the sideline on first down, it's Steve Stylianos, the tight end.
For San Antonio, short game, Kev. You know, this is about, like, can you find anything that justifies, all right, this is going to be our offense moving forward, or, you know, are they going to head back towards Kellen Mond, who did not play here today?
2nd and 7. Hogan rushed again, jumps the pass over the middle. About a yard and a half short of the first down as Jay Sean Corbin. It'll bring up 3rd and short for San Antonio.
And just, you know, I'll be really frank, and Devin, I'd love for you to chime in on this as well. This is a miserable spot to be as a quarterback because the pass rush is just totally teed off on you. The offensive line is overmatched, and you're sitting there and you're just like, well, hopefully I can stay upright long enough to get this ball off.
And it's dropped.
You're
He got
right,
the ball
Joel.
off, and Jacob Harris dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, ears bent back, just trying to come after you. And like you said, all game, they've already gotten to you when they thought that there was a chance that you might run the football. So this is, like you said, the most miserable place for any quarterback to be in, no matter who you are.
Hey, you're gonna be out there. Hey, under center, jumbo right, ISO left on one, ready?
Extra offensive lineman in at fullback.
Ready, go.
It's Vitaly Gurman, and now we've got a timeout used by Birmingham.
At 3 minutes and 54 seconds, Birmingham has called their first charge timeout.
Now, week 7 of the UFL continues next weekend as the push for the playoffs really heats up. Friday night on Fox, Jordan Ta'amu and the DC Defenders against these San Antonio Brahmas. Remember, the Brahmas beat them in the first meeting. Then Saturday, Bryce Perkins in Michigan taking on Luis Perez in Arlington at 1 Eastern. On Sunday, Houston, Birmingham at noon. That's turned into a big game, followed by St. Louis, Memphis at 3 on ESPN.
This is a huge result here. You know, obviously it looks like Birmingham's going to come away with a big win and keep pace with Michigan. And I tell you, man, with Bryce Perkins playing as well as he is with Michigan, that was a huge win this weekend for them to get to 4-2. He continues to play well, and Birmingham's going to have to follow suit.
Bryce Perkins making a bid for league MVP this year, the way he's played. 4th and short, handoff, fumble. The ball popping out at the end of the play, and it's recovered by Birmingham. Tay Crowder ends up with the football in his hands. The Stallions get the stop on the turnover.
This defensive line just continues to make plays, and it's Carlos Davis. Again, we've called his name several times today. Carlos Davis, number 96. There's the contact at the legs, and that's what kind of jars the ball loose as they're trying to get over the pile, and Aiden Robbins fumbles this one away. There's 96, and I think it was loose before that backside hit down. You know, it was tough to tell from the overhead look, but as he was going to the ground, it looked like Robbins, that ball was loose. And
Could he have caught the six ankle?
And the frustrating day continues for the Brahmas.
Doesn't really matter about whether this ball was loose or not, okay? So you can say loose, not loose, down before contact. He's short of the line to gain anyways on 4th down, and it's going to be Stallions' ball regardless.
And on the handoff to Ricky Person, and Person fighting down to the 32-yard line with a flag down.
Holding number 63. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, Jennifer Holtz is going to be waiting for the officials after the game.
Birmingham looks like they're on their way to the 4th win. The drama that remains is, will Skip Holtz get to shave? A bet with his team is reported by Devin that if they get to 30-plus points, the beard is gone.
Leo. Seahawk, even, cat, Leo. Go laser, Seahawk, even, cat.
Laser, Seahawk, even cat. Oh, right.
He's been waiting for the Birmingham Stallions to score 100 points.
Something tells me that's just a good start for next December.
Seattle. Omaha. Ready, set.
On 1st and 20, it's Person trying to get to the edge, and there's not much there. Tossed out of bounds by Jordan Mosley.
Oh two. Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Here we go. Let's go, Lou. Let's go, Lou empty. Let's go, Florida, 40, take off. Lou empty, Florida. Just go Florida 40. Florida 40.
Florida 40. All one, right? That's what you don't see that football bitch. Yeah. Get set.
And on 2nd and 19, timeout San Antonio. The Brahmas take time.
Good there. San Antonio has called their second charge timeout. 30 seconds.
No takeoff, right? 4 to 40, right?
Yeah, as we see Peyton Pardee over there. I mean, what an impossible circumstance Peyton Pardee has been thrown into.
We had the line to gain on that, right? Had we not fumbled? Yeah. Yep.
And he started this year, remember, guys, as the wide receiver coach. And then A.J. Smith left the team as coordinator, so he was promoted from within to be the offensive coordinator. And then the next week, Wade Phillips stepped away, and all of a sudden, he's the interim head coach. You know, and in the middle of all that turmoil, you know, you're thrown in there as a 28-year-old. It's an impossible circumstance, and I will say this: he handles himself with class. He's trying to do it the right way. It's just a really tough situation.
On a cross, Marlon Williams out of bounds inside the 40-yard line, and then they go out in his first game and played their best game by far this season, beating DC on the road 24-18, but it's been a real struggle these last 2 weeks. Only 6 combined points the last 2 games.
Yeah, the offense, I mean, let's be honest, they haven't really done anything going back to that championship game against Birmingham last year. They were shut out in that game. Then they opened the year with a 33-9 loss to Arlington. They followed that up with a 26-9 loss to St. Louis. You know, so the offense, they scored 3 points last week in a loss to Houston. Now 3 points again here. This offense just can't get anything generated so far.
3rd and 8. Cookus open, first down. Marlon Williams inside the 25, and they'll move the chains.
Well, now the predicament here. We're going to get down inside at 2 minutes. And it's, do you run the clock out or do you score the 30 and get the beard? Like,
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Devin, what do we do? What do we do here?
You 100% get that beard shaved. You 100% do everything you can to get the ball in the end zone, score 30, and satisfy Mrs. Holtz.
You see him scratching his face right now. It's at that itchy phase, too. You don't want that beard to stick around. But you stick around to see if the beard sticks around. 26-3 Birmingham with 2 to play on Fox.
And they stay there.
Swarming Birmingham defense, the big story in this one. 26 points, 2 takeaways, 3 sacks. They've held the Brahmas to 0 for 10 on 3rd down. And as Devin Gardner uncovered earlier, Skip Holtz has a bet with his team that he will shave the beard if they go over the 30-point mark. Will they try to do so? Looks like they will with 2 to play. Handoff, Marable. Not much there. Twists forward for 3.
And Devin, some people might be like, well, what does the team care, you know, about Skip Holtz's beard? And here's the deal. Like, Skip Holtz stands in front of the team every single day, multiple times a day, and speaks to them. Would you want to look at that?
Let's go Indy even.
You know, so as a team, there's some motivation. Am I wrong, Devin?
100%. I think they're tired of it. And they said, you know what, let's put this ball in the end.
Check off. Easy. Seattle.
Second down and 7.
Omaha. Race it.
Hand off again, Marable. Turns the other way, he'll lose a yard. 3rd and 8.
Check Seattle.
Very quietly, very slowly, Jennifer Holtz has slid the razor into a drawer at the Holtz home.
Did you check Seattle? Here we go. Let's go, Rob. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go, Rip. Let's go, Rip. Indy odd. Rip, Indy odd. Rip, Indy odd. Rip, Indy odd. Let's gotta go.
Rip, Indy odd.
Rip, Indy odd. Gotta go.
Play clock down to 5.
Omaha. Race it.
And on 3rd and 9, Marable again stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down. They don't have to snap it again. And a 26-3 win for the Birmingham Stallions. And the beard remains to coach another game for Skip Holtz.
I was like, I didn't want to pull it right here.
Appreciate you. Yep. I'm blessed. Appreciate you, man.
Unbelievable. Appreciate you. If I can do anything for you, I know you're new to this league, but if I can do anything to help you in any way, shape, or form, you know what I mean? I'll do whatever I can to help you. We're all in this together. You know what I mean? We're all in this together.
I'll make this one a little bit smaller. We met a long time ago. David Bailiff is one of my former bosses, so he's a mentor of mine.
That was at Commerce. When you were over at Commerce, and I came over there. When I was going through your bio, I think I met him when he was over there with Davis. Yes, it was. Wish you the best of luck. Wish you the best of luck.
Love to hear those conversations after the game. Skip Holtz always trying to get back to the game of football. 26-3 win for the Birmingham Stallions. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more post-game coverage from Birmingham right after this. 26-3, the victory for the Birmingham Stallions, now 4-2, and Skip Holtz is with our Devin Gardner.
You got the win. You said you just want to win. Yes. One more thing was on the line.
Yeah.
26, not quite 30, but I got you a present. We've talked for weeks, and you said no matter what, it might be coming off.
No matter what, it may come off. I know my wife certainly. My wife's going to say that's close enough. It needs to be gone. But, you know, we're talking about it, and I heard one of the players say, hey, we got to get one more in there. We got to get one more so Coach could shave, because they know it's like driving me nuts. But anyway, that's all I wanted. I wanted the win. You know what? I got great respect for that program. They're a program. They beat DC. Their program, they lose to 3 by Michigan, who's one of the better teams in our division. They've got talent. Really proud of the way our players came out and what they were able to do. Wasn't perfect. It wasn't pretty. Playing 2 quarterbacks, trying to get these guys in it, and we just got to keep getting better. That's the battle cry, and hopefully we can do that. But love to see the people that came out to support it. Great to be back at home. It's always great to win. Giddy up.
All right, Coach. Dabo says, go shave.
Yeah, no, I know. You know, so does my wife. My wife is saying it too, so appreciate it.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, Devin, thanks so much. And with that win, Birmingham moving to 4-2 and moving into a tie atop the USFL conference with Michigan. San Antonio now 1-5. Our final score, 26-3, Birmingham over San Antonio. The UFL's back on Friday night. DC, San Antonio, Fox, 8 Eastern on Friday. For Joel Klatt, Michigan State superfan Devin Gardner, and our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Good night from Birmingham.